channel member. Then after that, we're actually going to go to what were the open forum questions from non-members. This one is from Corrupted Covenant. And the question is the following. What are your top 3 favorite platformers of all time? Well, I've played games for quite a long time. That's a very tough question to answer, all right? But what I would have to do, I would have to think about when it comes to platforming, what are some of the classics and some of the ones that kind of inspired the ones from the future and the ones that if I went back and played them today, I'd probably have just as much fun as when I played them back in the day. And my answers are as follows. First of all, my favorite Mario Brothers game ever, Super Mario World. It's a shorter game, admittedly, but every time I play it, there's a smile across my face. I'm grinning ear to ear. The soundtrack's outstanding. The graphics at that time were amazing. The gameplay mechanics are complex and interesting. There's secrets out the butt. There's alternate ways to do every stage. I love Super Mario World, and I will still to this day say it's the best Mario game of all time. Okay? Mega Man 2. Mega Man 2 is my favorite Mega Man game of all time. It dramatically improved upon the formula of Mega Man 1, and it laid the groundwork for all of that style of shooter game up to the future. There's so many games today that are inspired by Mega Man that you don't even realize that they are, but they absolutely took influence from things from Mega Man back in the day. And Mega Man 2 is my favorite of the entire franchise, so Mega Man 2 for sure. And the other one is one that I'm sure a million people probably put on their list, Metroid. The original Metroid. That one, again, that created an entire genre. The whole Metroidvania, open world exploration, backtracking to get items later on, great combat, platforming, puzzles, bosses. Definitely Metroid. Those are my top 3. Okay? Okay. Now, some shout-outs. Chicken Man tipped me $1.50 and says, I would not say tech-wise. I think the original Xbox changed a lot in the gaming industry. Halo 1 is pretty much the main reason, the mainstream birth of first-person shooter gaming. Xbox Live was the same thing when mainstream online gaming became a thing. Now, I would agree with you in some regards. However, this is what a lot of people don't realize, is that, yes, Halo was the birth of the competitive first-person shooter on console. On console. First-person shooters were huge on PC way before Halo. I was playing Unreal Tournament. I was playing Quake Arena. You know, I was playing those games on PC in the late 90s into the first half of the 2000s, way before Halo 1 was ever released. And it was hilarious because a lot of my friends were telling me about, oh, you got to play this game Halo. And I started looking at it, I'm like, it looks like shit. It looks like really bad game because the graphics are so terrible on console. And by the way, Halo, incredibly slow-paced and slow-moving compared to PC games because of the limitations of the consoles. You see? I would agree with you, though, that Halo was the very first competitive shooter on console, and therefore it made people realize, oh, we can play these games on console now, and game developers said, oh, we could have competitive games on console, people will buy them, and then it just changed the face of console gaming. I completely agree there. Before, console gaming was kind of like, console's the place you go if you just want to have a standalone experience. If you want competition, you go to PC. That's how it always was. Competitive gaming, PC, standalone kind of experience, single-player experience, console. And then Halo changed that. I have to agree with you there. Okay. Ow. Uncle Vatrid tipped me $5, which is the biggest tip of the day, by the way. We'll get that up on the leaderboard in a second. He says, any chance we'll see you return to Neo or Neo 2 to complete the DLCs? I love both games, and I think you can tolerate the ultra-hard BS that your DLCs include. At the core of all 6 of them are great expansions, which are worth the money. Neo 1, I played the major DLC for it. I hated it. It seemed like what they did is they literally just loaded every single area with unfair situations where all the odds were completely and unfairly stacked against you, so that you had to use insane amounts of trial and error to figure out how to get past each and every wall. Like every door you walk through, there's 12 enemies on the other side all attacking you at once. You know, choke points. Oh, walk through the door. Oh, there was a guy right around the corner behind you, insta-kills you. It's like, I hated it. I didn't like that DLC at all. And since then, like, the thing is, I've definitely noticed this over the years, all right? When I play a game as a new release, typically there's interest for it. People will want to see, gee, well, how does Phil react to that new release? Is it any good? DLCs just don't get any kind of attention compared to the mainstream. Now, there have been some exceptions. For example, I just did a completionist run of Fallout New Vegas, and people all but demanded that I play the DLCs because the DLCs for that game are quite good. And they add a lot to the game, too. They really do. I mean, pretty much doubled the length of my playthrough doing the DLCs, all right? But
Bro,
most times these days, whenever I try to do a DLC, no one cares. I'll give you a perfect example. Ghost of Tsushima
my God. Ghost of Tsushima.
The playthrough of the summer of 2020. It was fun as hell. I played it for like 2
Ghost of
months. I
Tsushima,
did
that
every
hot
piece
game
of
that's
content
still
in the
around.
game. I platinumed it. People were turning out every time I played it. People
They were
supported
turning
those
out?
streams. Absolutely loved it. Amazing playthrough. You know, game of the year contender. In fact, I think it was second place game of the year. You know, runner up to
Last of
Yakuza
Us 2?
7 for me. Okay.
Oh, there's gonna get mad Last
Then
of
the
Us 2.
DLC came out this summer.
Kinda wish you did. Be fun.
No one cared. People weren't showing up for the streams. People were complaining.
No,
Why
no
are you
one
playing
cared
this? You already
about
played this
you.
game. It hasn't changed
No
enough
one
to
cared
warrant our
about
interest.
you.
It was like the whole attitude had changed completely.
No one cared about
towards the
you,
game
Phil.
in a year. And I feel that that's what happens is when you have
It's just an old
a
game.
game and there's a major DLC for it, if you've already beaten the main story of the game, there's just not a lot of interest for it.
It's just an
there's
old
some
game.
exceptions. For example, if there's a fighting game, there's an expansion character. Oh, well, if that character's totally new, a different kind of build, doesn't play like other characters, and changes the face of the game, that's different.
It's
But
a
for most
fighting game.
situations, I've honestly found that people just they're just not digging DLC.
No, it's just
I
an
don't
old
know what
game
else
and
to
you're
say
not
about
like,
that. It
good
just
at
seems
playing
to
the
be the
game
case.
because you're not entertaining.
And
What?
you know, maybe in the future that would change, but every time I do a DLC, it just doesn't really bring in that kind of attention anymore. So I don't really bother.
Yeah,
with
because you
them,
suck,
you
Phil.
know? The Neo DLC, I'm sure is good. I just don't care about it.
Yeah, because you suck.
I
Because
played
you
Neo. I
want
like
views.
Neo
It's
1 and
greed.
2 when
It's
I played
greed.
them. I have
It's
zero
greed.
desire to go
Greed.
back and play those DLCs.
It's fucking
and my
greed.
audience has not really asked for them, so
Greed is massively
that's why you
strong.
haven't seen me play those.
Yeah, because
okay?
greed. That's why. Just saying.
An anonymous
This line.
$2
fucking
tipper,
That was
all
really
let's see
toxic.
here,
I'm sorry.
says, the odd thing now is you have parents buying their kids gaming rigs now just to get them started in streaming because they saw some gaming streamer on
What
Jimmy
article is
Fallon.
this?
I guess this is in regards to when I was talking about 15 minutes ago
No, what
about,
story is this? What article
you know,
did this chatter read
what was it?
that said that
How I got into
one
how
parent
did
did
I
this?
get into video games as a career? That's right. You're absolutely right. There's actually people now.
No, you're not right.
They watch
you're
you know, on
lying.
a late night show. They got some fucking
No, they're
ninja on
lying.
there or something.
Phil, you're believing the
Oh,
fucking
you mean so if
marketing
I
scheme.
just buy a gaming PC for my kid, they can just start fucking streaming and they're gonna become rich? Oh, this is cool. Let's do it. Right?
Well, yeah,
It's not really how
act
it
the
works,
king.
but you're absolutely
Phil,
right. And
no.
until
Phil, what are you basing this off
did
of?
anyone really think that was possible? Of course
Phil,
not.
what's your
Me,
basis?
when I started on YouTube, there was literally no one like me.
I
making
bet
a
his
living doing
basis
it.
is
Zero
just
people
this guy
were
in
doing what I
chat
was
saying
doing and
that, and
making
he
a living.
believes it because he's
So,
stupid.
I was definitely one of the group of innovators there. So, okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go for about another 10 minutes, and then we're going to take our first break of Ask the King.
First break.
I'm going to probably grab 1 or 2 more questions to answer before we take that
This is it.
break.
First
Okay?
break,
Fair enough?
imagine.
So, now we have finished the members-only questions.
Wow,
Again, I
the
would like to say
members
thank
only
you to those who are
questions.
my
Is it
channel
a
members of my
fucking
channel and support my
OnlyFans
channel.
stream?
I sifted through to try to get the best questions. I felt that those were the ones that would be the most entertaining
They are not.
for the show. And I
They
do
aren't.
appreciate the fact that you guys posted
Can I
up
find a
in the
10-minute
members-only
video
area
where I
on
could-
the community tab
How long
that I
is the
put
break
up there. Thank
anyway?
you so much.
I don't even
Now we
wanna
can
be
move on
here
to the open
for the whole
forum
stream.
questions
That's
where
the worst
everyone else
part.
posted, and let's see what people had to ask this time.
Huh.
Okay? All right. We start off with URL8, and they ask the
He is
following.
like,
What is your opinion on game emulators and emulation in general? Would you be willing to use an emulator for any of your playthroughs? Do you think of it as piracy,
Well,
or do you think
simple
that it
as.
might help preserve games in the long run? And also, is there any console that isn't emulated very well or at all that
Wrestling
you would like
videos,
to
how
see
dare
a
you.
functioning emulator for in the future? While we're at it, is there any game in particular
what's the
that
game that you
isn't
could-
emulated
they
very
could
well
show
or at
me?
all that you want to
Let's
see
look
playable in the
Deathloop.
future?
probably a fan right there. Hey, the outsider. It's
What
3
I would
hours, holy
argue
shit.
is,
Oh my god, is that Maddie?
first of all, to
Shout out
answer
to
your
Big
first part of
Daddy
your
Maddie
question,
on YouTube.
I've used emulation over the years, okay? I've used it when I felt like it was absolutely necessary to do what I needed to do,
Yeah, sure.
to do a playthrough. So I'll
Sure.
give you an example. Back in the day, I think we're talking like, I want to
Back
argue
in
it
the
was summer of
fucking
like
day.
2013 or something like that. So we're talking like 8
2013,
years
20
ago.
fucking 8
I
years
wanted to do
ago,
a summer of retro.
a decade
During
ago.
the summertime, what I wanted to do was a series of games that I could all play
Earthbound?
easily.
Earthbound.
I could plug them right into my setup,
Didn't get used on
capture
Earthbound.
immediately,
Got
have
mad
no
at the
issues,
years.
and play through a series of retro games. Whether it was on the Genesis, whether it was on the
The
SNES,
Genesis? Wow.
you know, classic style games like that.
Classic style
And
games, wow.
I did, and that summer I played so many games. I played a Super Mario World co-op with my friend John.
Oh, hey,
Rambo.
the
I
7
did
part
a
of 7
full
stream.
playthrough of games such as Chrono Trigger,
Chrono Trigger.
Earthbound.
Earthbound, there it is.
I'm trying to remember if I did Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. that
Doesn't
summer.
even know.
I might have as well.
Doesn't even know
And
what
I
he
want to
did.
say I even did more than that. I can't
This guy
remember
will
exactly
tell us about
all
how
the
when
games
he was
I
a
played, but I
kid,
played at least
he was
3 or
mad
4
that Ocarina of
retro
Time
games.
wasn't like
Now,
Link to the Past.
why did I emulate
But
them?
he doesn't know what he
At the
played
time,
8 years
there
ago.
was no actual like foolproof way to do it. Like
There was
Later
no
on, what ended up
foolproof
happening was
Genesis
Nintendo
and
actually did a huge
SNES
takedown
emulation?
on the internet of all the ROM sites where you could get those games and emulate them because they put them on their own virtual console. Now, you know what? I'll be honest with you. Doing it on virtual console is fine. Playing those games on virtual console is solid.
I don't
know that
pay
they're
them.
going to run well. They're not going to
I don't
crash.
want to
They're going
fucking
to be
pay them.
reliable.
Fuck them.
Doing emulation actually isn't that reliable. I remember
Yes,
the
it
games
is.
actually crashing a
Yes,
few
it is.
times when I was doing them that summer.
Yes, they
if
are. Nope.
Nintendo had
You're wrong,
an
Phil.
option
Phil, you're
readily available, okay, I absolutely would have used it. I absolutely would have
He's gonna pay for old Nintendo
done
games.
that. But at
Imagine
that
being
time,
this dude on
it wasn't. At that time, you had to emulate to even get that stuff. Okay,
well, you can just
things change over time.
Actually, that's
so if there are things that are viable
wrong because
over time,
Phil, like almost for sure,
now people are saying is PayPal
had a
down?
Genesis
Oh
and
my God,
SNES.
is PayPal down?
Get like a physical.
Well, first of all, is the tips link working?
So I don't know, man.
If I type this
DSP
in-
gaming exclamation
I
point
gotta
tip.
interrupt my show to check on this.
Feels good, man. He has to.
Hold
he
on.
has to. It's agreed.
Here you go. Leave a tip.
It's
So I click
agreed.
on this. It opens up.
Oh my god.
Page is loading.
He has to derail his own stream to check the money.
The page is endlessly
Oh, I have a
loading.
tip thing.
Ah.
Like stream elements.
Okay, hold on.
I didn't even know.
Maybe Stream Elements is down. If that's the case, that
No,
would
it's
be what's going on.
I don't think it's down, Phil. I don't think it's down. I think it's up. Let me check my link actually. Hold on. Is it working? Yeah, I do use stream elements too, so it's alright.
Well, my tips page
I
loads
think stream
on
elements is down.
Element. Well,
oh my
excuse
god,
me.
guys.
My tip
Guys,
leaderboard.
stream elements is
loads on
down,
Stream
guys.
Elements. I see that much.
Please send a tip live if you wanna, help out and help me figure this out, guys. This miserable motherfucker.
There and yeah, all that. Everything seems to be working in this regard. But you're right. It seems like the tip page is endlessly loading and not working.
Yeah, I agree, Phil. You're right. It is,
I don't know why.
My
endless
page is
loading
also
symbol,
actually
right?
doing
So you're
that.
right. For some reason, the
So you're
thing
right,
is
Phil.
not working.
You're not working, Phil. You never work.
I wonder if it's just me.
When do you work, Phil?
Or if it's others.
Shit, wrong browser. There it is.
Right?
Is your PayPal
No,
frozen?
my PayPal is not frozen.
So many C's too.
My PayPal is not frozen. I know that for a fact. Let's take a look here. No, did my PayPal here? I'll actually log into it as well.
He's gonna
I
log
guarantee
into
you, my
it.
PayPal is not frozen.
He's scared. He's afraid. He's fearful. Someone said it's frozen. He got really scared. This dude. He's so upset. If it's the DNS thing, imagine if it's the DNS thing, he's gonna be so upset. Because that means he literally can't get money the way he wants. He's gonna have to get super chats. He hates super chats. Ah.
Hold on, I'm logging in. Sorry that I have to interrupt the stream with this.
You don't have to,
obviously
Phil.
it's
You're
important.
choosing to. It's not important. Fuck your money. You don't need money. You don't deserve money. Nothing you do deserves money. Okay, that's kind of mean. I'm sorry.
Okay, I can see the funds.
I can
from the
see the
tips that have come in
funds.
so
That's
far
his
today.
favorite
They're
thing.
in the
That's how,
PayPal
now he's
account.
happy. Now he's happy. I
There
can
is
see
no
the
pop-up
funds.
or anything on the PayPal account claiming that it's not working. Nope.
He's so afraid. He's so
So
scared.
it doesn't appear to be my PayPal account at all. Everything is saying it's available. Everything is saying it's fine. Yeah. So, and the latest tip was about 20 minutes ago. It was working as of 20 minutes ago.
Oh my god.
And like I said, I'm looking. I was not notified by anyone. Yeah. I was not notified by anyone
Why would they notify you?
that this
Phil?
happened. I don't know why it would not be loading. I
It's
can't
not
answer
working.
the question, but I'm looking at it right now, and it literally is just infinitely loading. The page.
Yeah,
will
it's
not come up.
down. Phil, it's down.
What if I just do this? Hold on.
Phil, run your stream. Alright, fuck it. Let's watch. Let's watch this. Shouts to Big Daddy Matty. Real talk.
Finally,
Because Phil's want to
ladies
stream.
and gentlemen, finally, right now, the page loads. After years of anticipation, the page actually loads.
You sure?
The Dark Side Field page on Stream Elements loads. So,
Death.
Lou,
You know what? Mute
it's
the
time. Are you
motherfucker.
ready? I'm ready. I've been ready. I've been ready for like 4 years for this game. Oh, yeah, let's log into Bethesda.net. Let's do
Let's
that.
talk.
What?
What the
Why do I
fuck?
need to log into
Dark Side
Bethesda.net? I don't
and
even
the
know
page
if I
just
have
seems
it.
I
Like
might as well just
Bethesda
fucking
doesn't
watch it
come
from
up.
video.
Okay. And it worked
Subtitles
as of 20
for
minutes
all
ago. Like I
dialogue
said, I
subtitles.
received no message whatsoever stating that it doesn't
Are we done?
work. Worst case scenario, if this
Are we
doesn't work,
done?
I mean, what I'd have to do is research if there's another payment
Do
processor out there
research.
that takes payments and allows you to do pop-ups on stream.
Phil, it's just not
If
working
it doesn't
for right
work,
now.
I mean, what can you do? What I'll have to do, excuse me, I'll have to just start taking direct payments via PayPal.
That
That
was
don't
fucking
have
horrifying.
a third party. It's just go to my PayPal or send a payment via PayPal.
That was
and
actually
leave a message
horrifying.
in
The
tip,
way he fucking
and then I could actively just check those.
cleared his
stream and
throat
read,
into
but it
the
really
microphone.
Sucks. Obviously, I want something
Holy
that's integrated
shit.
in the stream. So there's pop-ups on screen, and I can read out stuff for you guys. Okay.
He just fucking like growled at us.
Anching Forever says, I went to another streamer's stream elements, and their page is the same issue as yours. Perhaps the issue is the site. Ah, okay. If that's the case, if that is the case, then it's everyone.
Yeah,
right?
you fucking think though you're not special.
Yeah.
He wanted to be he wanted to be a victim, so bad.
Okay. Thank you, Anching, for checking. Because sadly, there's no way for me to check that. I don't go to another stream and check it. So it sounds like no one right now can do anything with PayPal during these. They're all trying to do it, and it doesn't work.
He
I'm well aware
wanted
that
to be a
Facebook is down.
victim.
Yeah. Babu Chan did a super chat. Says PayPal is saying
He
it's
was
down on
so
down detector. Oh yeah.
Ready. No, Phil, it says down detector, by the way. Phil, stop lying.
All right, so here's the deal. If you want to tip me today, which by the way, I need help with tips today. I do.
recall reading
Obviously,
about
it's
this
a major
dude.
part of my business. What you'd have to do
he's a
is actually
special
send
boy.
a direct payment to my PayPal, which
Let's
is
find a Gothy
darksidefil@hotmail.com. Okay. Just send it directly. I would appreciate that. If you do, I can check because I should get emails and stuff in regards to that, and I can always check and see if it came through. But then again, if PayPal is down in its entirety, then it might not go through at all. All right. So I don't know what's good. It seems like a lot of things are going on right now. For now, let's not go crazy. Let's continue with the show. Let's not freak out
damn it,
about
already
this.
see where
all
we
right?
can't keep doing this.
Let's continue with the show for now. Thank you, Babu Chan, for the
oh, there
super
he is.
chat.
There's a guy.
Let's get you on the leaderboard here.
Is that Onyx? Yeah, it's Onyx.
This
That's
happened
Onyx.
before, by the way.
Before that,
This did happen before earlier this year, and PayPal was down for like maybe a half an hour to an hour, and then it came back up, no problem. So,
gentlemen.
Okay. The rumor is China hacked us. I don't know about that.
Damn it! I don't want to.
I don't know if China hacked us.
A gay club.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's
okay.
the dude. That's the dude. There he is.
All right, I think we'll
that
continue
dude.
on. Thank you, Chicken Man, who just did a super
Shout
chat
out
as
to
well.
Onyx.
He says, "What's your opinion on Capcom focusing more on PC?" I don't really care.
Kelly?
I don't even know how they think they're going to do
Sus.
that. I guess they think they're selling more on PC or something. When I don't know.
Oh
Who knows,
no,
right?
a video project. Ooh.
I have absolutely no idea.
Phil, do you want to answer a question again, please?
I don't understand how they think that they're going to sell more games on PC. I don't get it. But,
Phil, we done?
Anyway, let's continue. Let's get back to the question at hand. And
it was like
then
a 10-minute diversion.
Like we were actually getting close to our first break for the stream. Okay. All right. So, URL 8's question was about emulation. I have done emulation in the past, but it was only when it was absolutely needed or necessary. If I wanted to play a game that was actively not available to buy and play anywhere on a console or anything like that, then I would do it as emulation. I've done it in the past. But you'll see, I did not regularly do emulation. Usually, if I'm going to do any emulation, it'll be like, oh, I'm doing a Christmas marathon. People want to see me play Home Alone. Well, Home Alone, you can't really buy anywhere.
Home Alone?
You know? So I get it. I emulate it. You know what I mean? So that's the deal. And
I
hope that makes sense. You know, I wouldn't go out of my way to emulate something that I could buy.
Why not?
I feel like if there's a way to legally buy it and have that transaction and give the money to the people who own the rights, you should do that. If there's a way that there's no way that you can get access to something, for example, there's consoles out there that there's no way to play their games anymore. They didn't remake them for modern consoles. There's no digital way to play them.
Why would you choose to pay?
Just for legacy purposes, you know, maintaining the history of games, because games are art. As much as some people will argue they're not, they are. Games are we back on this shit? We need to preserve art.
Up, Phil.
So I feel that emulation should be a way to do that in the future.
Games are art. Shut up. Which games are art?
Who should have access to that? I don't know. I'm not here to answer those kind of questions. I don't want to say, everyone should just have access to everything out there for free. If it's not, you know, if the rights aren't held by someone and no one's actively publishing it. No, I don't think that's the case. Obviously, there's got to be different limitations and things. But you shouldn't have entire games basically be sucked into the phantom zone and be unavailable to be played by anyone ever again, and they get forgotten in the annals of history because a game company doesn't want to publish it anymore or make it anymore for purchase, and they don't allow emulation either. You know what I'm saying? Like, there should be a way to
I don't know if you know,
preserve this kind
pretty
of
much
stuff, and I
all
think emulation
art
is the way to
gets
do it.
lost.
But I think what would have to happen is there has to be oversight. There has
A
to be
lot of
people,
art
you know,
gets
looking into the
lost
situation
in
to figure out
history
how to
because
do
that's
it
how
legally.
creating stuff works.
Now,
Hey Phil, did you know that there
do I
was
think
an
that it's
intro to
piracy?
Animal Farm
Absolutely, emulation is piracy.
that
If
was
you're
cut out
literally
originally
just
and
ripping
only
games
found
that are for sale
in
right
the
now
notes?
and playing them for free.
That
That's
would have been
piracy.
lost if they weren't
That's
found,
illegal.
Phil. Did you know
That's
that?
stealing.
That's how art works.
But there's a difference between
Things
I'm
get
stealing
lost, buddy. Oh, I'm
this
stealing.
game.
Oh, I'm stealing. Me personally. Oh, I muted
I
by
can do is get
accident.
it off the internet.
Fuck it.
That's different. It's a very different situation. Okay. Okay.
Are you done?
Is there any game in particular that isn't emulated well that I think I'd like to see playable in the future?
He doesn't know shit.
I have no idea.
Yeah, exactly. He's stupid.
I don't know. Right now, I don't know. See, you're basically hitting
I don't
me.
know.
You're hitting me with a situation where it's like, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't know.
I don't know what games are being preserved, what games are not being preserved.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
like I have
know.
absolutely no clue. And so I can't really speak to it.
Then stop
I have to do
speaking about
research
it. Just
on
say
that.
you
I wish
don't
I could
know.
give you a better answer URL, but I don't have the answer to that. Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to go on break. The first break of Ask the King. As all this was going on with PayPal, someone who frequently gives behind-the-scenes contributions in the past has swung by, and I guess they want to help out with the situation because they realize maybe I'm not going to get any tips on this stream today because of the situation. I just received a $100 tip from No Couture.
Oh my god.
$100. And the reason you didn't see it pop up on the stream is number one, because Stream Elements isn't working anyway. But number two, No Couture is one of those people.
One of those people? What do you mean?
That gives contributions behind the scenes to, you know, maintain an air of privacy and not get harassed online for their contribution.
That sounds so suspicious, Phil.
Just
He's
like
one
that,
of those people.
We shot all the way up. And no, that's not only iced coffee, and you're now banned for even saying that because you're a dunce. This is not only iced coffee.
You can't
nitwit.
say it's only iced coffee.
Because of that, we have jumped 2 reward tiers of tips. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a poll. I'm going to go on break right now, but I'm going to put up a poll during the break where the live viewers here on stream are going to vote on a hat for me to wear when I come back from stream. Because that's right. God. The way we're doing Ask the King now is I start with the cowboy hat, but then you guys pick a hat for me to continue to wear on the show if we hit the $100 tips goal, which we just did. All right, so I'm gonna put up that poll. You guys vote during the break. When I come back from break, I'll wear the new hat as well as a pair of glasses. And we'll go from there. And No Couture, thank you, because yeah, this kind of sucks with PayPal apparently not working.
It's a furry.
And having issues.
Not working.
It could be a major issue for me, you know, not being able to get any income today via tips. I don't know why the page is infinitely loading and not working. So thank you very much, No Couture, for that support. Hopefully this thing does get cleared up over the course of the day. All right, let's go on a break, everybody. Let's go on a break. I shall return with more Ask the King shortly. Alrighty then.
Okay, Phil. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. What the fuck? What the fuck? What? What?
All right, I had a couple misclicks there, guys. All right, so here's the deal. I'm going to go on break for about 10-15 minutes tops. I use the bathroom, actually. I'm going to set up the poll right now, so let's do it.
What?
So, which hat is best? We got digital, camo, fake hair, and...
Oh, my God.
Military, or I say military/pilot. Okay. You guys vote during the break.
Oh my god.
I'll come back in about 15 minutes and we'll continue.
You know what? I'm a big fan of
I hope that this is not some issue with Stream Elements.
Digital. Oh, you fucking cucks. I have to register to vote.
Like any terms of service anywhere. I hope that's not the case. I hope that this is some kind of outage somewhere.
Really, Phil?
If anything, I know I can still get tips because guess what? I just got one from No Couture.
This guy's not around anymore.
So people can still send tips direct. It just sucks that I would have to read manual messages for each one, but it is what it is. We'll have to see what happens.
Game of Thrones
okay? All right, guys. I'll be back. See you in a few minutes.
Jesus Christ, man. Alright. A few minutes.
Alright.
Just no. Definitely.
Size large. And background opacity 50. Just for extra added visibility for those who need subtitles on my gameplay. Let's do this. Death loop. Oh. Interesting way to start the game.
Wow, down.
Ow. Ow. Well, Deathloop was an interesting game. I want to thank you guys for watching my playthrough of it. Alright, and that's it for Amnesia Rebirth, everyone. It says, do not go in the water, you will die. Oh, yeah?
Same joke?
I was curious, will they let you kill yourself right off the bat? And the answer is yes. So what do we got?
I'm curious. 5 minutes of just reading
Why
shit?
am I stalling? Exemplar personal trinket. Hackamajig. The hell is a hackamajig? The hackamajig. Use the hackamajig to hack into electronic devices and turn them to your side.
Jesus Christ.
Target a device and hold L1 to
I
hack
hate
it.
this dude sometimes.
So why wouldn't they just
this guy
remove the
hates
antenna
streaming.
so that
He
it can't be
hates it.
hacked?
He actually
That's right, I'm
genuinely
playing
hates
a
it.
game. I gotta suspend my disbelief.
Yeah, you do, Phil. Let's go play the game.
So I was actually told by someone, with no spoilers, I was told that if you put in an incorrect code in the door, that sometimes there's an Easter egg trophy here.
Old habits die.
I don't know what that is. 0451.
Maybe I should go look for this code.
Yeah, I don't know why that's an Easter egg. I don't understand it, but you get a quick
Oh, he
trophy.
doesn't get it. Shout out
Right?
to Foreground with the comment.
It's from Dishonored, is it? See, I don't even know. Is it?
Phil,
It's from
please.
Deus Ex? Is it a Deus Ex? No, someone was saying it's from
Phil,
Dishonored.
please.
I don't know. It's a common code used in games. I don't know. No one seems to understand what the Easter egg is. I'm sure
No
someone
one
will eventually
understands
tell
it.
me. But for now,
No one understands
I
what
don't know what
that
that
is,
is, but I got a trophy. That code opens the first door in BioShock, unlocks a supply crate in Firewatch. It even grants access to VIP's office in Call of Duty Modern Warfare and many other examples.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm
0451.
legit looking for
So it's just a classic code that's used in
a
many
gay
different
frog
video
emote.
games.
I don't think that is one.
Press down to tag an enemy. Marking them
This
on your
is
screen with an
bullshit.
indicator
This
of
is
the type of
bullshit
weapon
and
they
garbage.
carry. Watch tagged enemies to learn their patrol routes.
But I will join
Keep
for
holding down to
this.
focus, which reveals more about your enemies, such as their combat tendencies, their awareness, and hints as to what kind of loot they might be carrying. Cheap,
Alright, let's see
aggressive
what's
bastard,
going on.
waiting for something to happen, basic loadout.
There's some good shit here. There's some good shit, but there's no gay frog, and that's kind of rough.
Oh, you didn't die! Well, shit! Oh no, wait, I'm gonna fall!
Shoot him in the face because they're on the fucking floor. Flies on the floor.
You.
Flies on the floor. Shoot him in the face because they're on the fucking floor. Flies on the floor. We got flies on the floor. Shoot him in the face because they're on the fucking floor. Flies on the floor. We got flies on the floor. Shoot him in the face because they're on the fucking floor.
Oh, I don't like that. It's talking through the controller, but because
Shoot
I'm
him
wearing the
in face
headphones, I
'cause they're on
can't
the
hear
fucking
it.
floor.
So let me see if I can get it to not play through the controller.
Shoot him.
Uh,
That was loud. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't remember that
Coming
meme. on the
Chakra?
internet. Wow, I'm so old. I know memes you guys don't know. Wow,
Shut up, Phil.
that's impressive, I guess.
I know it, Phil. Shut up, idiot.
What the fuck? Whoa, she's got powers.
You always fall for the same old shit. Just once, please. When you try your hardest to make this interesting. You're gonna give me that attitude?
Phil just.
Grateful prick. This time I'll let you see yourself out.
Whoa!
Are you? Listen to me. Wrote it on Blackweed. You already know the code. What the fuck is that?
Okay. Oh, you died.
Who does
You
that?
died from the fall. A slab. Good morning, Blackreed.
Whoa. What the fuck?
The hell is this? Reprise. This mysterious piece of metal seems to belong to you. A slab, it grants you the reprise ability, which will return you to life after you die, but only twice. Dying a third time ends your current
Just
loop.
read it, thank you.
You wake up in the morning of the subsequent loop, bereft of equipment collected during the loop before, like a roguelike. After returning via reprise, you're almost invisible for a few seconds, so use this opportunity to get out of harm's way. The number of times you can return with reprise resets when you travel between districts. Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck!
So how? Is this a new song? Hold on. It's a new song? It's not even that bad, honestly. It reminds me of something, but I can't, like, put my finger on it. The beat, at least. It sounds like if you, like, took, like, an ICP beat, and you changed the tone up a bit. It's like an ICP beat, but in major key. This is fucking stupid, I agree. This is fucking stupid, I agree. You know, it sounds like a YOLO Rhymes beat, actually. It sounds like a fucking YOLO Rhymes beat, holy shit. Yeah. This is ridiculous, I agree though. Yeah, it's pretty good. I kinda like this actually. It's unique. And then Falcon Punch. Bish, Falcon Punch, Boosh, Falcon Punch. One of the best songs of the fucking generation. Holy shit, bro. This is that real shit. This is real music. Is that Ricky Horny? Ricky Horny? Oh yeah. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Just I can't type, please. Just the break is me looking at shit.
Why in the fuck is this playing 4 times in a fucking row?
Because they call me Ricky Horny. R-I-C-K-Y-H-Y-R-Y, R-I-C-K-Y, Ricky Horny.
Alright then. Ricky Horny. Why would I do this? What's wrong with me? Why would I keep the waiting at home in 2 minutes how to naturally? How fucking dare you?
They interrupted the first time I pulled the trigger to give me a pop-up about stealth.
Yeah, Phil. Why are you shooting their dicks? Is he happy right now? Is he okay? So are you good? What the fuck was that? That was horrifying. It's like it's like he died. He died.
Sensor. The sensor spots you, alerts enemies in the area, and activates nearby security systems, but they can be hacked. There's like a multiple people upstairs. How do I do this?
You run around in front of them, obviously. Set it. Everyone.
Eternal scouts with bright golden stripes painted on their body can trigger Blackroot's alarm system with their handheld radios.
Why is he so mad?
Will rush your position, evade the reinforcements, and chain and fight the choices yours. You can hack a radio. Blah 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 blah.
This guy hates life.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, this fucking sucks.
No wonder he hates
Oh
this
my
game.
god.
It made him lose.
Well, this sucks. This fucking sucks. A ridiculous amount of fucking enemies.
It's almost like you're supposed to lose on, man.
I'm about to die again. What the fuck? Oh my god. Fuck this. Well, now you're fucked. Oh, what the fuck? I thought she was dead. I thought she was fucking dead.
Oh, she yelled.
Wow.
Yeah, this
All
is
right.
This is a Yomo Run.
You want me to be honest with you? So far, that was not fun at all. Like, seriously, there was zero fun in
he
that.
died in the wrong
So
area?
far, initial impressions, I didn't like that at all. I'm being honest, and you know, maybe my impressions will change. Initial impressions, I did not like that.
Because you're an asshole.
Let's continue. Like I said, I'm gonna give it a fair shot. Hold on a second.
What's the plan here, Phil?
Snow Curl to me $1.50. Said I got here. I'm watching on mobile. I gotta say this is the
I
most
wasn't
enjoyable
gonna get
gameplay.
one.
All right, guys, I'm back from break. I actually
No one shut up,
Wicked
though.
Man had actually re-upped his membership for
Just
the Snow Curl to me $1.50. Said I got here. I'm watching on mobile. I gotta see going on there.
wait a minute.
Completely
Throws
over my
grenade.
head.
Runs
So,
away.
I'm just gonna guess nothing's changed in the 15 minutes that I took a break. Let's
Did you
just double
check?
Check, but I'm really doubtful that the service. Oh, it works. Never mind. It works. It's back. The tips page is back, guys. All right. But anyway, you guys voted, and during the break, you voted to see the military hat. So I'm gonna put that on.
The military hat, guys. We love it. We love to see a veteran. Veteran side, Phil.
So that was a short outage. That was only like what, half an hour? It was out roughly. That's not a big
Outage?
Hopefully it doesn't go down again,
I guess you want to
obviously.
call it
So
that.
if
You
you'd like to
can.
tip, you're welcome to tip again.
If you'd
It's
like to
working.
tip,
The
hey,
tips
hey,
link
hey,
is
hey, hey,
working.
guys, hello.
And
All my thousands of
let me
viewers
get
at
the hat-
home.
these
If you'd
glasses
like
on,
to
and
tip,
then we'll resume here with
please,
Ask the King.
please leave a tip.
All right.
You know, if you really want to help out, I need that money, man. I really do. To pay my
Okay.
bills, I guess.
Very good. All right, guys, ready? We're gonna come back. Here
This
we
chat
go.
must
Coming
be
back from break.
just a fucking, you know, military style film. Are you back? Are you sure you're back? You're not really back, Phil. You're kind of not back. I suppose.
All right, everyone,
My-
welcome back from break, and somehow my hat has changed magically here on the stream.
This guy looks so fucking stupid.
No. What happened was,
Also,
thanks to
my
the very
fan
generous
is usually
contribution of
on.
No
Now it's off.
Couture
It feels
Part
so
1,
odd because it's just like
we hit
silence
the
behind me.
Tier 2 tips goal for the stream, and you guys voted during the break for this very silly military style or slash pilot hat, whatever you want to call it.
Military
that I'll be
style
wearing for
slash
the rest of the
pilot
show.
hat.
So thank you for that. Thank you to
That's
No
what we call
Couture.
it
By the way,
back in
during the
the
break,
old country film.
the whole Stream Elements thing fixed itself. It was only about a 15-minute break. It fixed itself, so now we're back. And no worries there. If you want a tip, please by all means do. Thank you for any contributions during today's stream. But let's continue. Let's jump further into the forum questions, shall we? All right. By the way, if you're watching this on demand on YouTube, you missed part 1.
On demand on YouTube. Why would I miss it, Phil? If I'm watching, who the fuck do you think is watching you?
So,
like Phil, you're not that poppin'.
We move on to Gustavo 123777. And let's see what he has to say.
Gustavo, good job, man.
Paragraph that I need to read first
It's a
before we
great
answer the
name.
question. Okay?
I actually don't know why I think it's funny.
Hey
kinda
Phil,
forgot
there are
it.
times when life gets hard and our mind tries its best to
Oh,
make us give up
Gustavo,
and essentially flee from
Gestapo.
certain dangerous
That's why I found it funny.
situations when from my point of view, they're only there to make us grow as a person. One perfect example would
What?
be when you get a new job and you have that fear that we all know. It creeps in and it says, oh man, what if I'm not good enough for this job? What if I don't learn it right away or fast enough to be effective? I think these scenarios are very important because if you contemplate about it a little bit, when forced to get out of our comfort zone,
What the fuck is this question?
we, most of the time, get very anxious and scared and thus have 3 options: fight, flight, or freeze. Very rarely do people have the
What
mental
the
capacity
fuck?
to think through these situations and take the best course of action. They generally run on or completely freeze. Having that in mind, what's your opinion on mental toughness? Do you
What
think it
the
is
fuck?
possible to train your mind
Gustavo,
so
are
if
you
something
okay?
happens unexpectedly, we can be able to take action in a more resourceful way instead of letting our mind dictate our behavior?
What the fuck?
Yes, I do believe mental toughness is real.
No, you
I
don't,
do believe
Phil.
that you can train your mind to react differently to things.
Is that
I
why
can tell you firsthand from my experiences
that you haven't done it?
over the last
You haven't
13
done
years
it.
as a content creator.
You haven't done
I've
it.
had to do that.
You didn't.
How many times, ladies and gentlemen, have I faced a roadblock that looks like it could be the end of the road for me as a content creator? Oops, I'm banned from YouTube. Oops, I'm banned from Twitch. Oops, I'm kicked out of a payment processor. Oops, this thing is going wrong. Oops, this horrible thing is said about me all over the internet and everyone thinks it's real, right? I couldn't even tell you how many times this has happened.
Type this out. I'm gonna talk about it
And the
on
same
mic.
thing happens every time. I'll tell you, at first it was different. Here's what used to happen back in the day. I would get banned from YouTube. The very first time I got banned from YouTube, if you remember, over a decade ago, for something I didn't do, it was completely false. False copyright claims and bullshit. I got very, very upset. I got incredibly angry. Okay, back then, my reaction to everything was just rage. Straight
Rage,
up,
the
seeing
king of
red,
rage.
so
He's
furious at everything.
Seething.
And you
He
would
was
see
the
me
Wojak.
immediately go make a rant video about it, talk about it for like a half an hour, how fucking pissed I am, that bullshit.
That was
these
him.
companies shouldn't
He
have
was
the right
red.
to do this to me.
He
and
was
blah,
red.
blah,
He was
blah, blah,
crying
right?
in tears of blood.
Because that's initially
That's
how I reacted
Phil,
to
the
everything
king of
back then
rage.
over a decade ago, was anger. Straight up, just angry
Alright.
about everything.
So,
Okay?
well, I'll let him finish.
And then over a few times of stuff happening
I'll
to
let
me
him
like
finish.
that and realizing that actually none of it was ever legit. Like the
Holy
stuff
shit.
that
Oh,
used
I
to
don't
happen
know,
to
sure
me, false
thing.
copyright
My partner
strikes,
feels bad,
takedowns
man.
and things. It was all false. It was all some dickhead
Anger, the king of hate.
on the internet impersonating these companies, trying to basically get attention for themselves or get a rise out of me. And I realized that essentially that kind of reaction is what they want. That's literally the reaction that these people want.
Yeah,
They
it
wanna
works,
see
Phil.
me get so
Yeah, it works.
upset and rage filled. They get entertainment factor out of that.
Yeah,
They
I
feel,
do.
wow,
I do
had a
enjoy it, actually.
concrete,
That's true.
Effect on a person
Yup.
on the internet today.
It's funny.
And so therefore, I can make them rage. I can make
It's
them
hilarious,
go crazy
Phil.
by doing this fucked up thing to
Yes.
them. That's what they want.
So why do
right?
you keep reacting like that?
And also the thing is,
You're doing it
after
right
this
now.
kind of thing happened to me so many times,
You're doing it
I
right
literally
now.
became desensitized to it.
You did
know?
not.
Like at a moment's notice
You did
right now,
not.
this stream could go bloop offline.
And you'd
This
get
video
mad.
could get zoop, blocked
And you'd get mad,
on YouTube,
yeah.
You know? I don't have any initial control over that at all. And it
You
could
s- you
happen. I
still
mean,
get
I've just
mad.
come to accept the fact
You
that
know you don't.
my presence on the
No,
internet,
you
as much
don't.
as I would like to believe,
No.
is
You're still mad at
wanted
Twitch.
by a group of people.
You're mad at the Burger King
and now,
sandwich
for
still.
example,
It took
I've been
like
on
5
YouTube
weeks to get
now
over
since
that shit. Shut
2007.
up.
You would think that after 14 years of using a site, the site would be like, okay, we're okay with your content. It's good.
No, Phil.
It doesn't mean nothing. And at a moment's notice, these things change, and all these mistakes are
I've
made.
lived in
things
my
get screwed
country
up, and your
for
whole
my
livelihood
entire
will be crushed
life.
under your foot like a bug at any
So
moment.
obviously,
that's how screwed up
they should
the
be
internet
okay with
is.
me.
And I know that now.
Even if I break the
okay?
law. Is that how life works, Phil?
So
I don't think it's how life works, but okay.
when these things happen, I don't get angry anymore.
Yeah, you do.
I actually don't.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, it came to the point where it was happening so often,
Yeah,
at
you
least
do.
a couple times a year,
The
that
Burger
basically I
King
was just
sandwich?
kind of like, okay, instead of letting the anger get to me and making a rage fucking video about it, I
Yeah,
gotta
you
do
make a
something
rage
more
stream.
rational.
You do it on the
I have
pre-stream.
to now tackle this
Or you
situation
do it in a tweet.
from a rational standpoint.
Or you,
Is
like,
this something that's fixable? Was it a
you,
mistake
like,
that I could get overturned?
distill the
was
rage
it something that was not
and give
a
us like a
mistake,
slow burn.
and now I'm
for extra
done,
content, so thank you, Phil.
being able to do business or broadcast on a certain site, what are the repercussions? Is this something that is just a temporary punishment for something that happened that's a slap on the wrist? Or is this something that a business has made a decision there, I'm gone for good, right? Because this has happened so many times. This has happened with YouTube. This has happened with Twitch. This has happened with partner agreements that I've
Military
had
hat
with
vest.
partnership networks, And after it happens so many times, you basically have to become way more mentally tough and not
You
let your
didn't though,
emotions
Phil.
get to
You didn't.
Because every
You
single
didn't.
time that one of these things happen, and I feel like I'm mistreated or I'm being, treated badly, if I just got insanely full of rage, I may not have really gotten to the bottom of what was going on.
You
I may
still
not have gotten the
haven't.
help that I needed to get
You know
these
what,
things
Phil?
overturned
You know
as
what?
quickly as sometimes
Here's
I
the
can
thing
get them
about the rage,
overturned.
Phil.
And
Here's the thing about
it's
the
just
rage,
not good
Phil.
for anyone to
When you get
let
down
that
to
emotion
it, a
overcome
lot of your
you.
viewers, Phil, you
I
know,
understand. Now, here's the other thing, too. When this kind of stuff happens, I
They
always
miss
get
the
the same
rage.
feeling. Okay, now I get this feeling in the pit of my stomach.
the pit of my
This
stomach.
feeling of dread, this
Dread?
feeling of worry,
The
this
porn
feeling
star?
of is this the end?
It gets
After
in the
all the
stomach?
work and effort and the time and
I'm not judging.
the dedication and everything that we've been through, is this the end
This
of
kinda
it for me
fits.
on the internet? Is this
It's the end for me to
saga,
die?
right? Is this, And I know logically in my head, I know that it doesn't matter. What
It doesn't
happens,
matter?
What business does what to me? How someone mistreats
Wait,
me.
what, it doesn't matter?
There's
What the
always
fuck?
another solution. There's always another way to do things.
I mean, I guess,
Twitch
but it
doesn't
probably
have
should
me, I'm
matter.
on YouTube. YouTube won't have me. There's a bunch of third-party companies. They don't want me. There's Facebook. You know what
This
I
is
mean? There's
gonna
a
get
million
claims, huh?
places I can do what I want to do.
I'm
I
not a
know
partner.
that. I know that no matter what,
Where you
I
gonna
have
go,
a
Phil?
dedicated fan base that
Caffeine?
follows me around. And
I don't
will
think they
support
follow
me no
you.
matter where I
Those
go,
aren't all
what I do.
fans, though.
Just look at what
Those-
happens here with me moving to
Those are
the
not all.
studio.
Oh, you can't
It was
see
a
that.
tough transition, but here I am going strong 4+ months later, and my channel is actually growing for the first time in many years.
They're not all fans.
Can't really
That's
say that
291.
about stuff
Yeah,
on
because you
Twitch.
didn't
I'm
update the
actually
shit for
having
like
growth on
you
YouTube for the first
didn't
time in,
care
like 4 or
about
5
Twitch
years,
about YouTube
and
for
it's
like
actually turning
years,
out to be positive
and then you came
long
back
run.
to it.
Amazing.
I wonder why it's
By the way,
growing.
shout out to Nate the Great. Thank you for the resub. He said shout out to Love.
Yeah, I miss the
Nate
rage.
the Great. Appreciate that.
I do in fact miss the rage, sir.
But yeah, the way that I look at it now is very different than the way I used to. When I used to come out with one of these challenges, I absolutely
Shout out to Mario
let
Shooters for
emotion
holding
get
it
the best
down.
of me. But now I feel that I've been through the ringer enough, and enough of this
The
crap
ringer?
has happened to me,
To me,
that I just kind of say, well, it's just the next thing. Let's approach it logically and rationally. Let's not lose my cool, and let me
You don't
just
have
go
a cool
ahead
to lose,
and
do you?
do what I need to fix it and then move on. Okay? I mean, just recently,
yeah, Burger King.
we had people committing identity theft. Okay?
Identity
I
theft.
found out that people had gotten information.
Yeah, and you got
definitely
mad.
should have
You
had
said they were
access to.
committing
They
federal
were doing
crimes.
Fucked up things in my name, which is a federal offense.
Federal, you're not
A
mad?
federal crime. If this person was arrested, they would go to jail for like years of their life for doing this to me. Okay? I had to spend so much time behind the scenes here trying to fix the damage that was done, not only to my credit,
damage?
but other things that was happening, like really messed up stuff was
You
happening.
did-
I didn't
Phil,
tell you
you
guys,
did
but I'm not
that.
going to go into detail
Phil,
about
Phil,
it. There's no
Phil,
point in trying to
Phil,
give
Phil.
attention to these scumbags.
You did the
okay?
damage to your
But
credit
the stuff that's like public
by
on the
buying
internet
all
is the
that
tip of
shit.
the
They
iceberg
didn't
of what was done
buy
in my
things
name
for
behind
you.
the scenes to try to ruin my life. That
Try
I
to
basically
ruin my
had to
life? They're just showing
go
what you
through
spent.
a lot of I had to contact a lot of people, pay a lot of money.
Why are you
and
paying
go
people?
jump through a lot of hoops.
That's a money
freeze
pit.
everything possible with my identity to stop all that crap.
You froze
okay?
your identity? Are you like Jason
And
Bourne?
the sad part about it is, like, it's not bad enough that all
not
that's
bad enough.
happening, but then on top of that,
Oh,
there's,
no.
there's just blatant fraud,
Fraud.
blatant misrepresentation of the facts,
misrepresentation
and
of the
lots of slander and
facts,
defamation about me on the internet
slander and
as a result
defamation,
of the identity theft.
as a
That I
result of
can't
the
really
identity
do
theft,
anything about
that
or
he
combat,
can't really do anything
because
about or
I've
combat.
literally been advised by legal
Because he's literally
counsel,
not advised by legal
just
counsel.
don't talk specifically
Just
about
don't
anything
talk about
moving
anything.
forward. Because the
Moving
again,
forward.
now I've like I told you
Like
last year,
I told
that's
you
what I was
last year.
told.
That's
when
what I was
going through my
told.
bankruptcy.
I was going
Like
through
now,
bankruptcy.
I've literally been told straight up, point blank, just
Point
you
blank
have to
period.
mention it vaguely because people know about
You see, the
stuff
funny
that
thing
I
here
do.
is that
Just
you also
don't
have to
ever
think
talk
about this
about
way.
specifics ever again like this.
This
Because
guy
as
was
you
a
can
victim of
see, all
credit
that will
fraud
happen is that people will use those
by
specifics
people looking
to
at what
twist
he
the truth
spends.
And make you look bad. So there's no point in even talking about it.
As
you'll
the
never win.
bankruptcy guy,
Like,
it's
there's
not
no
a big
winning
stretch to
battle
say that Phil
against
spends
people
money
who do
poorly
this
because he
kind of
went into
shit to me.
fucking bankruptcy.
People are now committing
It's pretty in
federal
character.
crimes against me,
Federal
right?
crimes.
And it's like, you're,
I
the
turned
lawyer is
down.
correct. There's nothing I can do on a stream.
There's nothing I can
do
do.
talking to you guys. There's no video I can put out. Nothing can stop this behavior at this point. This is crime and this is mental illness. This is not the behavior of normal people. This is concerted, malicious activity against me to try to ruin my life.
Thank you,
And the
Phil.
less that I talk about it,
man,
the less that I say about it, the better.
Yo, I love
So,
this dude.
I'm
I
taking the
adore
legal
this
advice I
dude. This
received.
dude
I'm
said
not going
nothing
to
I
go into
can
detail
do.
about this
He
shit anymore,
enunciated
but let me
each
tell you something.
fucking word.
If I didn't have a decade of abuse against me before
A
this
decade of
identity theft happened,
abuse.
I probably would have fucking
A
lost it.
decade of abuse.
All right, I can tell you. I've talked to people from outside of the internet realm, that people who don't know, don't watch my content on YouTube, don't
People
know me
outside of
as
the
a content
internet realm.
creator.
Is it like
And they
Yu-Gi-Oh?
found out that this had happened to me. And they
Yeah, 'cause
actually
you-
reached
your
out to me
parents?
personally
Your parents?
to say, are you okay?
Your parents?
And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay.
Your parents?
It's all right. Everything's fine. You know,
Who's
you don't have to
asking
worry
you,
too
Phil?
much about
Who?
me and my wife or whatever here.
Who? You don't have friends.
We're all right.
You
And
see this? He doesn't
They're
have
like,
friends.
really? How?
He doesn't have
With,
friends.
with all the shit, all the
because
slander
Phil
about you on the internet,
lies
which they
about
weren't
the
even
shit
aware
that
of.
happens.
They're like, all this slander about you on the internet and shit, and now literally people taking an opportunity where someone committed federal crimes against you,
Federal
and
crimes.
trying to use that to further their own malicious
I
purposes
am like
on the internet.
100%
How do
certain,
you cope with
1,000% certain
right?
that Phil told
The
him
answer is
people
mental
committed
toughness.
identity
I've been
fraud
around now
and
the
like
internet
and like
13
federal
years
crimes.
as a
He
public
made it. He makes it sound like they
alright?
were like
I've had so much
conspiring
shit
to
done
fucking
to
kill
me.
him or something.
Whether it was
When in
doxing,
reality,
whether it was
they just
being
showed
DDoS
what he
attacked, whether it
spends.
was being swatted, all
If
the
you believe
malicious
it.
pranks and things that have happened.
He
to me
didn't lose
and
any
my
money from
family
it.
behind
He just
the scenes.
money was shown.
You guys only know. I'm not exaggerating.
I'm not
you guys
exaggerating.
Watching this probably know about roughly 30 to 40% of the stuff that's
Don't
happened.
tell people
That's
that.
about it. You don't know the extent of the stuff
Don't
that just
tell
happened
people they
because
don't.
the more you talk about it, the more people feel. Oh, I got.
Why
the,
would you tell people that?
I got that rise out of Phil that I was looking for. Just like I said.
Phil,
when people are doing the false copyright strikes and shit,
Phil,
why are
Phil.
they doing it?
The
'Cause they
people
wanna
that
get that rise
revealed
out of
your
you. They
bank,
wanna
your
see
not
it
your
be
bank, your
overreacted,
credit
be
report.
upset. That's what they want.
They
feel
did
like
it to
they're
find
following
out that
someone's life.
extra
So let me do
50%.
something anonymously on the internet to fuck
That's
with
why
someone
they
else
did
so
it,
I can
Phil,
get
because
that
they want to
reaction.
find out
That's exactly
that
what
little
they're
bit
looking
of
for,
extra
okay?
percent. So when you say, "Oh, you guys only know 30 to 50%, 30 to 40%," that's like
Why
a
bother?
challenge to people who
I
want to
use
know
up my mental
more
toughness.
because
You
you
know
fucking
what?
say you're
I've
hiding
been
shit.
through this before.
Don't say you're
This
hiding
is
shit.
not the worst. Like, I'm
Everyone I
down to
love and know
everything that's
probably
ever
knows
happened
like
to me, okay?
60% of what I
The
am,
worst thing that's ever
of
happened
what
to
I
me
am,
was
like
five,
or
6
for
years
something.
ago, the
But like I
accident
don't
or
tell
whatever,
them that
right?
because they might
It
want to find
happened.
out
I
70,
publicly
and I don't
admitted
want to
it
give them
happened. I was
70.
a low point in my
If you
life.
want
I
to
was
give us
suffering
like 70,
from
Phil,
depression. I
don't
was
tell us we
in a really
got
bad
30.
personal place in my life at
Because
the
I
time
don't
when
want
it
a
happened,
30%.
which is why
You know,
it
if I go to
happened.
school
And
and I'm writing
I
a
got
paper,
through that.
I don't want a
Like, the way I
30%.
see it,
I want
I
at
know
least an
nothing
80.
worse than that will
So I'm
ever
going to try
happen.
to get that 80.
Seriously,
You're
like,
telling
nothing
people
worse
to go
than
chase
that
that 80.
will ever happen because that was the most
So they're going to
embarrassing
chase that
thing
80, you
that
fucking
could
dumbass.
possibly
But
happen.
okay.
The only thing worse would be like if I was actually completely nude on the internet or something, right? Like that would definitely be like that's the worst thing. That's never gonna happen. I've never ever in my life nude in front of a camera on purpose. That shit is never gonna happen to me on purpose. I will make sure it can never happen. Okay? I've taken every opportunity, every protection. There's no fucking way that could ever happen to me. Okay? Thank God. So, with that being said, the worst has happened to me.
The worst
and
has happened?
I've learned from it.
What do you
I will
mean?
never
The worst?
have
Did you get shot?
that kind of thing ever happen again.
It will
Anything
never
else
have it
that
happen
people
again.
does to
Sure,
me, it's
Phil.
just fucked up things that they do to me. It's, you know what I mean? Like I did the dumbest thing I could possibly do. All right.
Yeah, you
and
went bankrupt.
you know what I mean? I've been at the lowest. I've been at the lowest
You have
point
not.
that I could be.
Well, I mean,
so
you have begged,
I've come out
so
of
it's,
that. That was 5 years ago, right?
Came out of
Over
the closet?
5 years ago. That's in the past.
I like how
I've
Phil's
far surpassed
reality
it.
is
I've
that jerking
evolved as a
off on the
person.
internet is
I've
worse than
evolved
going
as a
bankrupt
content creator. Okay.
or begging.
None of that is
Public
going to ever
begging.
affect me ever again. Ever.
It's affecting you right
I don't need to
now.
worry about that. All I need to worry about is
This
the
guy
mental
that looks
toughness to get
so-
through
the
each hurdle
mental
that hits me.
toughness.
Because there's going to be more hurdles.
This
I
is
know.
It's such a silly.
This is
This
not
is
the
a
end of
silly
the
man
road
right
for
here.
this shit. Some people are like, wow, that's like the worst thing that could happen to you. Identities
Who?
after people getting access to information and
No, I
then
think
using
most
it for
people would
malicious
say
purposes
going
and
fucking
doing fucked up
bankrupt
stuff.
is the worst.
There'll
that could happen
probably
to
be
you.
more. You know. And to me, it's just kind of like, you roll with the punches at this point.
You
You
roll
fix the
with the
issues, you
punches.
roll with the punches, you move on.
What a
Does it
tough,
set me back?
strong man.
Yes. I'm now been set back significantly
He's so
financially
tough
yet
and
again.
so
As if the
strong.
Twitch thing earlier this year wasn't bad enough. Now I'm set back again because of it. But
You
what can I
set
do?
back
I
again.
can sit
It's
here
so
and I
terrible.
can rage like an idiot, and I can
You can miss the
scream
rage,
at
yeah.
the clouds, and I can scream at you on the internet, and it doesn't fix anything.
He did do that. He does
So
that all the
instead
time.
of that, okay, it happened. Fuck it. Move forward positively. Keep going. And I actually talked with a few people who were like, I can't believe that's your reaction. If that were me, I would have lost my shit. I would have, said fuck this and threw in the towel. I'm like, no, I'm not
You would
doing
have said
that.
fuck this.
No,
So you
fuck
want
that.
free money? It's
Because
literal
you know
free
what? It's
money,
like I
bro.
said, my whole life I've used this adversity against me as a way to motivate myself to continue. All right? For every person that does something fucked up to me, I realize I can remotivate myself to just do more fun, positive stuff with my life. So, if I were to say right now, that's it. Wow, identity theft,
my
that's pretty
God.
serious. I quit. Then they
Why
won.
would you quit? You can't get a
Right?
job.
Then they won.
Oh,
They
it's
got
about
away with it.
winning.
They were the person
It's
responsible.
about winning.
Why the fuck would I give up?
It's
right?
about why do you care?
I'm not an idiot. I'm not a fucking moron. I'm absolutely,
What the fuck is that?
absolutely not going to be doing that. I'm
Why
going
is
to
it about
continue
winning and losing,
moving
Phil?
forward positively. All right, as much as I possibly can. I'm never going to give up. I am, as hard as it can get, because I guarantee you there's going to be highs and lows. And right now the situation is, thank God I'm pushing forward positively on my streams, and everything's good on my streams, and my streams are great.
Enter Phil's
and the
reality
support
for
is
a
still
minute.
there, and everything's good. Sucks behind
This
the
guy
scenes with all the shit that I'm
had
trying
his
to clean up and
identity
fix,
stolen.
and how expensive it is to do so. But
And
that's
he's
life.
making it about winning
Keep
or
going.
losing.
I have that. Thank God I have that mental toughness from all the years
Phil,
of shit that
you
happened
don't
to me.
have
that
mental
I now am
toughness.
kind of desensitized.
You have
to the fact that
like
this
mental
stuff will happen.
deficiency.
And my wife to some extent too.
You're thinking the
Seriously,
wrong way. You
like,
have my wife.
If this
my
had happened
wife.
3
My
years
wife,
ago,
Cat.
and it was like the first thing she
He's
experienced,
insane. He's going on a streak.
messed up happening to me,
Cat's
or us, I
back.
should say, because we're married, so now
Us.
us, not me. Likely she would have had a very, very bad reaction. But this is like the millionth.
She
thing
has
that's
a bad
happened since
reaction,
we've
Phil.
been
We haven't
together.
seen her in years.
So she knows. She knows. You know what I mean?
Phil,
she knows.
she had a pretty
She
fucking
knows
bad
what's going on,
reaction.
and she knows,
She's been
how bad
off
it
the
can get,
stream
how
for
bullshit it
lit.
is, and
She
what can we
came
do?
in 1
You
year
move
and left the
forward positively.
league.
So, yeah, I agree with you. There's the
She
fight or
got
flight
kicked from the
response. There's
league.
the anger. I always had the kind of the anger response, the fight response. But
The
instead,
fight.
now I just kind of sit back. Okay, here's what happened. So what do I do? I got to do this to fix it. Got to do this to fix it. Got to do this to fix it. Still got to go on stream like normal. Who cares, right? I bet when it happened, there were people who were like, Phil's gonna come on stream and he's not gonna be able to do his thing, man. He's gonna come on stream. He's gonna crumble. He's gonna fall apart. He's gonna be all nervous. Fuck you.
Who's
What the
saying
fuck are
this,
you
Phil?
talking about?
Who?
Dude, my streams are where I go
Okay, I
to
want
have
you
a
to
good
understand
time.
what Phil just
My
did.
streams
Phil-
are literally where I go.
Phil just
to forget
made
about
up a
this shit.
dude.
I come have a good
Phil
time.
just
I come
made
watch
up
the
a
game.
person
Like, that's the complete polar
and then
opposite.
told
You
him
know what I'm
and said
saying?
fuck you to him.
It's the complete
He
polar
invented a person
of-
who said Phil can't do what he's
opposite of
gonna
my
do.
mentality is when I come to
And
the stream,
then
I'm
he's
here
like,
to
"Fuck
unwind
you."
and have a good time. So, of course, I didn't let it deflate me and interfere with my streams. That's ridiculous. Anyway, thank you, Gustavo, for the question. By the way, I don't know what I see silliness going on in the stream chat. People are misbehaving. People are getting timed out and banned. I'm not dealing with it. I'm doing Ask the King. My best recommendation to you right now is instead of this stupid fucking drama in the chat, just relax and just have a good time. Stop talking. Oh, someone got banned. Someone got timed out. Who fucking cares? Shut up about it and enjoy the stream. Instead of derailing and talking about that like a 5-year-old, just watch the stream and enjoy me and interact with me. That's the fucking
You
point of the
smoke
stream.
weed, Phil?
Not to talk
Would
to
help
argue
unwind.
that moderators are doing
I think
shit.
you
Like,
smoke
what are you
too
talking
much.
about?
We're on
Fucking grow
dubstep.
up and pay attention.
Can't even speak.
Or else
Can't
what are you here
speak.
for,
Can't
right?
spell. Level 95. What's wrong
People
with
just
you?
again, you notice there's no drama here, so we gotta create drama in the stream
There's
chat.
no
now.
Phil. Listen,
Fucking
Phil.
immature
This is the
shit.
drama. This is the drama, Phil. God damn it.
Mortal dubstep. No, I do not smoke weed. He says it
Why
would help
not?
me unwind. I do
Why
not
not?
smoke weed. I don't
Why
need
not?
weed. I'm chill.
Are you sure?
I'm chill, man.
Are
That's
you
a
sure,
huge
Phil?
change from when me back in the day. I don't get super angry about this stuff anymore. I'm chill. I don't let it get to me. Okay. Continuing on, I
Phil,
cured it
are
with
you
my brain
sure?
asks the following. In the past, you spoke of your state's COVID measures and its effect
Oh,
on local
hey,
businesses.
it's Audra Williams.
You said many were closed temporarily, but not
That's
all
my
came back when the
favorite
state allowed them to
chatter.
reopen.
Love
How are
that
your local
bitch.
businesses doing now?
That's my girl.
Well, it is sad that because of COVID, a lot of things had
Audra
to close
Williams.
for
I
extended
recognize that name
period.
anywhere.
And I have definitely noticed
I don't even care if it's
some
a fake
businesses
account.
are gone. There's a really good Mediterranean restaurant that my wife and I were going to. You get an incredible amount of fresh food, including either chicken
How much does it cost, Phil?
or
How much
beef
does it
or
cost,
lamb,
Phil?
the shawarma or whatever they call it. Plus, you
How
get
much
a
it cost?
giant side of
Can you get red meat?
hummus with their
Can I get red meat?
Greek-style rice, a fresh salad,
Can I get red meat?
pita bread, and it was like ridiculously cheap. It was like $15 for all of that. Like insane amount of food, $15. You go in and get it.
Can I
and
get
it's
red meat,
gourmet
Phil?
food. And they're gone.
Phil, can I
Just
get
went out
red
of
meat?
business. They couldn't survive
Phil,
in
can
the
I get
delivery
red
only
meat?
atmosphere because people
Why
went
can't I get
fresh.
red meat,
You couldn't
Phil?
get it tasting
Is
as
it 'cause
good
you can't
delivered,
eat
so
red
they went
meat?
out of business. It sucks. By the way, thank you, Nate the Great, for a $5 super chat. Actually, that was a super sticker. It's a pear saying, "How's it going?" A cartoonish pear.
Shut up, you Phil.
the
You're a
heck?
cartoonish pear.
Thank you, Nate. Thank you for that. Okay. So yeah, that sucks. Now there's other places that I've noticed. And by the way, most of the places that closed were either the kind of shop where you have to physically be there.
Well,
like,
physical
for example,
shop
a collectible
sounds like
shop,
the real world,
or
Phil.
a resale shop, like not a pawn shop, but what's the name of the word? Like a thrift store. How's that going to survive in the pandemic, right? How? It's a brick and mortar store you have to go to see products. Closed during the pandemic. By the time it's going to reopen, they're out of business for 6-8 months. They're done. No income for 6-8 months. You're out of business, right?
Okay, Phil, we get it.
I've noticed some other places. Okay,
Why are
during
we
the
talking
pandemic,
about
they basically
business?
adapted to a delivery model, and now they never reopened for like restaurant
This is an
style
extended conversation.
services anymore. So,
Station.
for example, there was a
About
Chinese
some
restaurant
random.
that my
What
wife
is it
and I- was our
called?
favorite Chinese restaurant.
Is
in
it
this
open
area.
still?
Whenever we could go there to sit down and eat for dinner, we would.
Is it open?
They've been closed since the beginning of the pandemic.
Okay,
You could
thank
only
you.
order food.
Why does it
The
fucking
problem
matter
is they're
then? At
too
least
far away
tell
from
us.
us to order food. They won't deliver to us. So
You have a
we
car.
can't order and we can't sit in because they don't have in-seat dining anymore. We can't eat there anymore.
Then do
we haven't eaten there in a
takeout.
year and a half. You can't. That's the kind of stuff I'm seeing change.
What the fuck is wrong with
There's a
this?
spider behind me. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thanks.
Why the fuck do you have a car if you can't?
That's the kind of thing that changed in the COVID world. You know what I mean? Now, thankfully, that's not the case for everything. But I hate to say, the thing that's disappointing is, guess what other places that weren't affected at all? Oh, the big chains. Do you think a single McDonald's
we know, Phil.
went out of business during the pandemic?
We know,
right?
Phil. Yes,
of course
big
not.
businesses
Do
have
you
more
think
money.
a fucking Walmart went out of
And
business?
big businesses are
That's what I
different
mean.
than
Like
small
these ginormous
businesses.
corporations that are backed by such insane amount of money, any chain in America is fine. They suffered
That's not
nothing
true.
at all. They were perfectly fine. They already were rolling in so much fucking money that
Like
it didn't
you?
matter that they couldn't even sit there and eat. Some of these places never reopened for in seating. Like I said, McDonald's, Burger King, the fast food places, you can't even sit inside to eat anymore. But who cares? Most people just went there for fucking drive-through anyway, so it's not even like that's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? By the way, shout out to DTF Steak Fries for the membership. DTF Steak Fries has become a channel member. Thank you so much. I lost track of members. I'm going to check between the streams today and see if those went up or down. I'm not even going to edit it now because at this point, I know I already screwed up and didn't.
Can't edit shit, thanks, Phil. You're a smart man, smart, intelligent, and mature, intelligent adult. Mm-hmm.
So for me, like, I look at the situation, I'm like, what sucks is it really looks like the little guy is who got destroyed by COVID.
The little guy.
Very
Victim.
negatively affected.
Victim.
Any small business that didn't
Victim.
have
Are you the little guy,
millions
Phil?
of dollars of
Victim?
savings, right?
Victim.
Saved up to
Victim?
save your butt because you're not making income for
Victim?
6 to 8 months when everything was closed.
Victim.
They're the ones that got slammed and destroyed.
Like you? Say
That
it.
sucks. If anything, what
Say
it has
me.
shown is that our government is not equipped for this shit.
Our government.
Our government was not ready.
No
Our government
one's
was not ready
government
to
was.
support
That's
these
why
businesses.
it's a
By the
big
time they started
issue.
finally handing out business loans to help these places, half of them were already going out of business. It didn't even matter. And now that the pandemic
Didn't
is
matter
over,
because
which
not
is
everyone got it.
But you know what I'm saying? Now that the businesses are open again, they can't hire anyone. Who wants to work at a restaurant that could go out of business again?
Phil,
People
it's
don't
been
want
the
those
same.
jobs
It's been
anymore.
less than a
They're
year.
like, no, I need a job that at least has a semblance of job security.
Phil, it's
make a
been
decent
less
amount of
than a
money.
year.
I can't work at your shitty fast food restaurant that could close again, and now we fucking get no income for another 6 months. I can't find a job.
Phil,
even though they're
listen.
reopened,
Phil,
they don't.
Phil,
He can't even staff
Phil,
them anymore.
Shut the fuck up.
So,
bitch, shut the fuck
all
up.
that going on, it hasn't.
Okay,
been great.
one, I forgot to mention the thing about him being mentally tough. Earlier this year, when Phil got suspended off of Twitch, Tevin did a stream. Late as fucking night, because he's fucking Tevin. He finished the stream. When the stream was fucking done, like 10 minutes later, 3 o'clock his time, Phil tweets out DSP stream. Or Phil tweets out Tevin's stream and says, "Go get this guy." Essentially.
In Washington State, there's a Starbucks in a parking
So
lot.
his fucking
Across
thing
the
about mental
parking lot,
toughness
there's
is
a
bullshit.
supermarket, and in the supermarket, there's a Starbucks, and then you drive down the street 1 block. And
Also, Phil's saying about how
and then
no one wants to get
the
jobs in
parking
like
lot,
fast
another
food
block
because
down, there's a
it's
drive-thru
not
only Starbucks.
guaranteed long-term money.
So within, like,
It's
a
been
1 mile
less than a
radius,
year
there's
since
4
things started
Starbucks.
opening up again, Phil. People are more on
Gee, I
edge
wonder why
about
they
it.
didn't support that model in the
Give it like a
pandemic,
full
right?
year maybe when things are actually back to normal.
Yeah, gee, I
And
wonder.
maybe people will
So,
actually
yeah, a
be
few of them
getting
went out of
jobs again
business,
because things
but
aren't back
in
to
that
normal
case,
yet, you
do I actually
fucking
think
dunce.
that that's a detriment? No, I don't think there need to be that many fucking Starbucks to begin with. But
Remember the first time you did
it is
a
what it is.
new style DSP Trizent?
And
it was
I
Starbucks?
hope that at least some people can start to rebuild from this shit too. Like that restaurant that closed, that Mediterranean restaurant was fucking good.
Of course,
And
it's
now
about the
there's no
food.
Mediterranean like in my area. I have to drive out of my way if I want to get a Mediterranean. So I hope that like things will start to rebuild and come back.
He wants them to reopen not because it's about like them having a good business, but because
has asked a question. He says, "Hey Phil, it's Gotti Senpai.
he likes
I
the
originally
food.
found your channel through Review Tech USA. Then I became a huge fan of your live streams. I can understand your frustration with Rich, but you and Rich are my 2 favorite YouTubers. I wish one day you can both have a live stream together. Do you think going
Never
on this
gonna happen.
podcast would help you gain supporters for your channel? Maybe it'll give a chance to let people know how awesome you are. Thank you so much for reading this and keep being the great person you are." Here's the problem with that.
I can't even spell
The truth is,
Mediterranean.
I have no animosity towards Rich whatsoever.
Are you
I don't
sure you
give a
called him
fuck
a
about
bitch?
that. He can
You
do
called him
whatever
a
he
bitch like
wants.
multiple times.
The problem is he can't keep my name out of his mouth. Rich is
Phil, you
the
can't
kind of
keep
content
Ninja's name out of
creator
your mouth.
that he has to seek out what he feels is dramatic on the internet to over sensationalize it in his content so that he can get views. He doesn't do gameplay streams like me. He doesn't retain a viewership like me that people are coming to chill and relax and have a good time with games.
Why are you flexing
People
on
go to
him?
to hear gossip. Okay? That
I
is
thought you
completely
didn't-
different than what
this
I
is
do.
bullshit.
And I
He
would not
hates
want to be
Rich.
that kind of content creator. All right? So in regards to Rich, okay?
Rich? Why did you say it like that? Like a slur
in
or
regards
something?
to that,
It's like a dog whistle. In regards to
he invited me on his podcast.
Rich.
And months ago, I am on a live stream again. I don't talk about the guy.
What
I
do
don't
you
know
mean
nothing
by
about him,
rich,
don't care about him.
sir?
Comes on my
What are
live
you
stream
trying to
in Fall
imply
Out
here,
in
Phil?
Vegas and says, "I want you on my podcast." Okay.
Should I get
If
my
you're really
yarmulke,
serious
sir?
about it, contact
I
me
live in a very Jewish
behind the
neighborhood,
scenes.
sir.
Send me an email, whatever.
If you
We'll talk a little bit
disrespect
about
my
it,
brothers,
and we'll figure it out. But I'll
the
tell
boys
you
are gonna
up front,
pull
I don't
up.
want to talk about drama.
So watch your
I want
words,
to talk
my
about
friend.
gossip. I want to talk about games. What do I do on the internet?
Because
I
me
play
and the
games
boys
all
are gonna
day.
pull up
I've been doing
speaking
this for
Yiddish, and you're gonna
13
be
years.
scared as
I
fuck.
consider
Swear to
myself
God,
kind of an
dude.
expert on doing this kind of thing
Already
on YouTube
know.
or Twitch. Whether you want to talk about that, you want to talk
Black
about
hat
the state
gang,
of
baby.
games now,
Let's
it's an
go.
issue regarding games. I don't
We
want to
don't
talk
shave
about
no temples,
what's the
baby,
slanderous
but we
rumor
pray in
people have
temple.
about
Let's
you
go.
today, Phil. Can you address it? No, because I don't
We
address
got them
slanderous
small
rumors. It's
glasses
a waste
and
of my
small
fucking
hat, but
time.
yo, I'm
I
just
just play
big as
games and have
fuck.
fun.
Let's
That's
go.
what I'm all about. But Rich doesn't want that. Rich wants me on his show to have drama. He wants to bring in the drama viewers
on
to his
PKA.
content and get benefit off of that, make bank off of that. That's why Rich has interest in me. Not because Rich cares about me, not because he likes my content, because he wants to benefit from drama, okay? I don't benefit from drama. I get hurt by drama. Rich 100,000%
Oh my
benefits
God.
from drama. That's the kind of person and content creator he is.
So you benefit
That's why
from
he
drama
wants to do
too.
that. So Rich did actually eventually, a month or two later, came on my stream again and said, "Will you be on my show?" I said, "You never contacted me." So he did.
Then you
He
called him a
emailed
bitch
me,
again.
and he said, "Okay, let's have you on the show later this week. It'll be an open forum where anyone can ask you whatever they want, and you'll just answer live questions on the show. That'll be the show." What? Rich, why can't I do that here? What are you talking about? Like, why do I need to be on your show
Because his show.
to do that? I could do that
Why
on
would
my
he-
own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are
He
you talking
has
about?
different
What-
viewers.
Huh?
Diversify your.
So what he wants to do?
Okay.
He wants to put me in front of the firing squad.
All right.
He wants me to stand here.
So this is
while
like
people take
if
pot
Dr.
shots at me
Phil,
with every
imagine
piece
if
of drama
Dr.
possible.
Phil
Insult, drama,
had an
drama,
offer
slander,
from
slander,
someplace
defamation,
in, I don't know,
defamation,
from
every
like
possible
Germany
thing. And I
to
gotta
do
go
a show
like
for
to dodge the
Germany.
bullets like this,
And
right?
they're
This
like,
is what he
you
wants on the
gotta do
show.
an our
This is the
network.
content he
And
wants.
Dr. Phil's like, wait, man,
So
why
I
do I gotta do
responded
on
to
your
him.
network?
You know what I said?
Is that how he talks? I guess it is.
No.
I have
So
I
I'm
have
not
my
going
own
on your
network.
fucking
I
show
have
to
my
cause
own
drama.
fans.
If you want to have a show,
I have my Dr.
then
Phil
number
fans.
one
Well, yeah, but
has to
your
do with
market
something
in Germany might be
intelligent,
different than in
a
America,
gaming,
Dr. Phil.
something productive. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I didn't
I would
realize the
absolutely
Dr. Phil
positively
thing. It
put on
works
your
out,
show
though. Works
to have
out.
an intelligent discussion about something, if that's what you want. Okay? But I need some protections. I need to make sure that my IP address isn't going to get out there. I don't know what kind of, chat client he would use. I don't know. Who knows? Whenever I went on shows back in the day, it was like Skype and shit, but that was a million years ago. So who knows what people use now? So I said it would have to be secure. It would have to be a situation where people don't know my account so that they can't get my IP address and fuck with my streams and hurt my livelihood and stuff like that.
Phil,
We'd have to
please,
have things
victim,
off limits. I don't want people going
victim,
on there and trying to insult my wife or my other family
insult
members
my
and shit
wife. They
and bring
can't
up
insult
personal
my
shit. It
wife
has
on
to
this other
be,
stream.
a situation that's controlled, or else what's the point? You're literally putting me and my family in harm's way, okay? So I responded to him saying this. He never responded. He ignored me. He basically acted like I never responded. So he doesn't care. He wants it his way. Rich wants
it that way?
Drama Central on his stream, and he wants to make big bank off of it.
Big
he sees
bank.
me as a dollar sign. That's Rich. He sees dollar signs over Dark Side Phil. That's all he
Dollar
cares
signs
about.
over Dark
Spinning
Side
me
Phil. It's like
into a
bombs
way
for
to make money
Baghdad.
for him. So unless he changes his fucking attitude about this, there's no way I'm going to ever go on his content or his show.
Can I just
There's
find
no
that one
point.
part?
Why the fuck
It's
do I want to
fine.
go on his
Big
stream and
bank.
talk about shit that I could very well do on my own stream, and I don't want to do because that's not the kind of content creator I am. I just want to play games and have fun. So, no, I'm never going to be on a stream with Rich because he's a drama queen. He's someone who literally creates problems by talking about the dirty laundry of others, and he benefits from it. It's immoral. It's fucked up what he does.
It's fucked up. I thought you didn't dislike Rich, Phil. I thought you liked Rich. You called him immoral.
Kisses chickens and whatever the fuck else perverted shit he's doing on his stream to make a buck. I don't know how he could live with himself with that either. My accident was an accident. This guy every fucking day is going on his streams.
He's having
himself
fun
for a live audience to make $1. There's a big difference between the two. You be the judge, all right, of who makes better content between those two styles, okay? That's up to you. There's a reason why I have a dedicated fan base who come and enjoy games with me on a daily basis and chill. There's a reason why the only people who give him any kind of support are people who are asking him to get nude.
What?
So there you go.
Are you calling him a whore?
Snowstar tipped me $1.50 and says, "Can you please do the Halloween marathon with the lights off and in the dark? Usually hand out candy at Halloween if people knock at your door. Do you think your streams will ever be more friendly and free from trolling? Thank you, and I hope you well." First answer is, I could, and I've done that before. I even tried to do that like somewhat last year, and people complained they couldn't see. They were complaining they couldn't see me on. It was too dark. I don't have a studio lighting here. I have one lamp right there, a window that I can either open or close.
That's slander.
And like a flashlight I could put on the floor. It doesn't look good. I don't have the fucking crazy halo lighting and the shit that I can do to make this look professional grade. Okay? So I tried the lights off. People didn't seem to like it. But if people wanted me to try again, I'd consider it. I don't know if it would work.
That's actual fucking slander.
Do I hand out candy at Halloween?
No,
I live
because
in
you
a
live in
private
gay
community.
communities,
There's
and
not
kids
a
don't
public
live
walking
there.
Street.
Who's in
No
the
one can go
fucking
in if they
cuck
don't have
rumor
permission.
community?
If they come in without permission, they get arrested and kicked out. I'm serious. Like, the police show up, and they
Phil,
either escort you off the property,
genuinely.
or if you're seen doing here for malicious purposes, you go right to jail.
Genuinely.
Because it's private property. Okay? Do you think your streams will ever be more friendly and free from trolling? I would like to say yes, but who knows? The problem is, again, there's so many elements to this that I don't control, right? There's a whole
You don't control shit,
community
Phil.
of
You don't
people
control
out
your own
there
life. You're
on a
stupid,
site that's
and you're a
apparently
victim of learned
protected. I don't know
helplessness.
fucking why. That is the most malicious, disgusting actions ever, and they just stir shit up constantly. I don't perpetrate it. I don't have anything to do with it. They just do their own thing. So I could be having the most positive, great streams here, and then one day they just try to ruin it anyway, right? Then you got people like Rich, who are the shit stirrers. He's
Rich is a
literally
shit
stirrer. Like,
stirrer.
every once in a while, I gotta bring
Oh
up Dark
my
Side Phil's name and cause
God.
drama for him, so I can make a buck. So as long as the shit stirrers still exist,
He
as long
hates
as those
Rich
who make
so
a buck
much,
off of
and
my
then he
misery
lies
still
about not
exist,
hating
and as
Rich.
over at a site like that still
This
exists, I don't know
disingenuous
how
piece
ever
of shit.
we could reduce the drama on the streams. I don't create the drama.
Yeah,
I
you
never
do.
create the drama.
Yeah, you do.
I don't want the drama.
Yeah, you
see?
do. This is drama. You see?
Okay, continuing on. The next question is from Eno, who asked the following.
You see that
Have
right
you ever
there?
thought about playing co-op
See those
games like
views?
X-Men, Monopoly, Mario Party,
He
Metal
hasn't
Slug,
had
or
views like
Golden
that in a long
Axe?
time.
These and other games You cannot
almost
team kill
400
each other,
views.
but you can play with
He
fans
wants
given
that
options.
because
Trolls can't
he
ruin the game
likes
because
the
there's no way
drama.
to kill or interfere
Because
with
more
you.
views.
You know,
And well, he
sadly, I
might
hate
say
to
he doesn't
this,
just want to
you
do
have
it for
not been
money.
around the block
He likes
like
big
me.
number.
You just haven't been. Okay.
You haven't been around the block like me. So you don't know what the game is.
Any of those games you just mentioned, people control. All right, I'll give you an example. X-Men, Children of the, or it's not Children of the Atom. X-Men is the side-scrolling beat 'em up, right? The arcade game.
Yeah.
Literally, a troll could get in the match and just keep walking the wrong direction. The camera will never scroll. You can never advance. Stream's ruined. Monopoly. Troll can refuse to do anything that's productive to the game, even if there's a timer. They could just sit there every time trying to expire the timer.
They have a short timer.
Hoard properties and not refuse to trade and play intelligently. They control the game and ruin it.
They have
Mario
a short
Party,
timer.
same thing. Metal Slug.
Wait, what do you mean same thing?
Like, see what I mean? Like, all the games you're mentioning, you're thinking, oh, well, they can't grief you. Okay? Griefing is different than trolling.
You just gave me ideas.
Okay?
Thanks, Phil.
A troll, any multiplayer game
He's
you play,
so,
a troll
his
can get access to
excuses.
that
I mean,
game,
okay, you know
take
what?
it over,
You know
and
what?
ruin it for the
I'm not
going
going to be that guy. He's not even wrong about this. I'm sure he's correct about this. But you know what? When you only predict the worst possible outcomes to every situation, you're manifesting negativity.
Now you can't shoot. So,
also,
no, I hate to say,
horde properties.
The things
That's
that you're
the point.
saying is not the case. There's no such thing as a
What's the thing I want to
troll-proof
find?
game like that. I wish there were, but there's just not. Goji Tanks sucks content.
Shout out to William.
Took $4.20. Says, damn, I just got home from work. Probably missed a good chunk of Ask the King. Tuning in now. Have a good stream. Thank you so much.
There's
for the
no
tip.
such thing as a coincidence.
Welcome to the stream.
The fact that you're watching this video means you're energetically aligned with me and what I'm about to show you.
And it's not even nearly over
With
yet.
all this talk about
Wow, I just
CIA
received a $20
documents
tip from an anonymous
and
tipper.
blurry UFO
Thank you for the
videos,
anonymous
you're
tipper.
probably
Thank you for
wondering,
$140
where's the
tips
real
today. And Clyde, guys, thank you
extraterrestrial
so
proof?
much.
I am.
Almost hit the tips goal for
Well,
the
let me
stream, which is
introduce you to my friend,
Thank you so
Skinny
much
Bob.
for being invested.
In 2011, 4
Okay.
mysterious videos appeared on
Continuing on.
YouTube
From
that seemed
Fantasy
to be
Star
leaked
PG.
military footage of
He has a
UFOs,
ginormous
a
thing to
crash
say, so let's
site,
listen to what
and a
Fantasy
study
Star
of
has
both
to say.
living
Says,
and dead
first of all,
extraterrestrials.
I want to say it's
All
nice to be
between
back
the years
on your
19
videos,
Shout out to
Phil.
Bob.
It's nice to see that you're doing good since the days on Twitch.
He's not doing
By
good.
the
He's
way,
never been doing good.
I do miss overnight cheering like we used to have on Twitch. I know. One of the major things that's different about YouTube and Twitch
Was free
there's
overnight
not
money?
an existing chat
There's
room
no overnight
that
money,
just
yeah,
runs
wow.
permanently. The chat room that exists is one that's created
They
specifically
can send
per
overnight
game.
tips.
And if I remember to do it the night before, then technically there is an overnight chat room.
So it's your
but
fault?
I have to set it up the night before.
So you're
I don't
lazy.
manually set up
So
that
you're
chat
lazy?
for the next game I'm going to play.
So you're
it doesn't
lazy.
exist till I set it up. So today I did actually
So you're
overnight
lazy.
set up Ask the King. So if people wanted to come and say
So
do a
you're
super
lazy.
chat or super sticker overnight, they would have been able to do that. But it's not always the case. Sometimes
you're
I
lazy.
forget and then it doesn't
Sometimes
exist.
you're lazy,
It's
yeah.
not a given like it was.
Sometimes
on
you're
Twitch,
lazy.
Okay.
Phil, you can write a note on your wall before you
Okay,
leave the
now
office.
continuing on.
Have a
I
checklist.
feel that your views. Hold on. He says, my question is about Psychonauts 2. I feel that your views are spot on about Microsoft not making the game properly. Excuse me, not marketing the game properly. I read that completely wrong. While Psychonauts 2 was a great game because Microsoft invested a lot of money
Like
into
a smart
it
streamer would have like
to
a
develop
whiteboard.
it helped,
have a
and it
checklist.
helped add the previously
Check it
boss
off
fights
and check
back
it
to
off
the
and check
game,
it off.
and it even got Jack Black
Every day.
back into the game.
Jacked Black.
However, some ways I feel that
That's
marketing
me.
could have been better. And if Microsoft had done a full remake of the original Psychonauts, perhaps, to re-release before the release of Psychonauts 2,
Psychonauts.
and maybe even push its VR game, the, what was it called? The Rhombus of Ruin, which I didn't even know existed before I
How,
played
Phil?
Psychonauts
Even
2.
I
Yeah,
knew that, you fucking idiot.
They did not remarket Psychonauts 1 at all. And they didn't even, I didn't even know that the
Maybe
VR
it was
game
only
existed.
for
I had
dedicated
no idea
fans.
there was other content to play
Maybe-
before I played
maybe
Psychonauts 2.
perhaps.
Microsoft did that bad of a job of marketing the game. Okay?
It was only for general
So
for
he
just
says, here's
fans
a
of the
case in
series.
point. Square Enix made sure people had opportunity to play Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 before Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. He's right. If you remember, right before, the year or two before Kingdom Hearts 3, we had the Kingdom Hearts 1 Complete Collection and the Kingdom Hearts 2 Complete Collection. You could buy those collections, play through all those games as a lead-in to Kingdom Hearts 3, in which case you would have understood the plot of Kingdom Hearts 3. Microsoft did
You
none of
can't
that
understand
with
the
Psychonauts
plot
2.
by
They
just
literally
playing
just
Kingdom
threw
Hearts
the game
1
out
and
there
2.
expected people to play it.
There's like 365 and a half, whatever the fucks, and then the manga.
Now, as for if there
Don't
will
lie,
ever be a
Phil.
Psychonauts 3, the only way I see that game being successful is if Microsoft puts it on hold until the next-gen Xbox comes out and they make it a day one launch title. Wow. Well, Fantasy Star,
Did you ever think that fucking Psychonauts is
You
kind of
know,
like a sleeper
Phantasy
hit?
Star, I have to say,
It's a fucking cult
you may
classic.
be right, and that's really sad, because here's the thing, and I said this during my playthrough, I'll say it again. I actually feel that I actually
Like, let's think about let's think about it this way.
Psychonauts
You're
2
like a person
was an
who has
incredibly good
never
game.
heard of
It was actually a
Psychonauts,
game that I feel was one of the best
and you
games of the
find out
year.
that there's a
I'm not
game called
exaggerating, and I'm
Psychonauts
not
2.
kissing
You
butt
might
here,
get,
'cause you know I don't
you
do
might
that.
kind of not
Like,
care
I thought
because
it was
it's
a major
Psychonauts,
feeling of nostalgia for the old school
right?
platformer
It's
style
kind of like
game.
an old fucking. This
And
lighting
I
is
actually
trash.
felt that it was a
Jesus Christ.
throwback, but it was done with modern graphics, modern gameplay
Modern
mechanics, and it
graphics.
was done well.
That's a bit
The
better.
plot was outstanding.
Maybe it's
Seriously,
because
like, I was
it's just.
having
Let me
a
just
ball playing
pull
Psychonauts
this
2.
out.
But no one was tuning into the streams. People were telling me this game looks boring and outdated. It was crazy because
Yeah, exactly, Phil. It looks boring and outdated because it's boring and out. Well, it's not boring, but it's outdated. So you tell somebody, "Hey, there's this fucking game. It's a sequel." You don't know what the original game was, but there's a sequel to it, so buy it. Who the fuck's gonna buy that? And yeah, when I think about this, I think like Beyond Good and Evil 2. They're not calling that Beyond Good and Evil 2. They're calling like Beyond Good and Evil Reprisal or something like that, so it doesn't sound like a sequel to a game that came out in 2003. Because that's how you do things. You don't make sequels to games and announce that they're big shit when the last game came out like 10 fucking years ago. Because it sounds weird and dumb, unless it's like Final Fantasy, I guess.
So poorly, even being under Microsoft Game Pass, which counts as a digital sale, Psychonauts 2 did not count as one of the top-selling games of August. Even with the fact that the game was free for Game Pass owners, it didn't make the top 10 digital sales for August.
Wow, what did it make, Phil?
That's bad.
What did it make?
That means like people literally said,
"Where was it placed?
The fuck is that? Never heard of it. Not playing it." They didn't even give it a chance, even though it was free. Fuck.
What if they don't have Game Pass?
I really feel that's a hidden gem of 2021 that most people will not play, and they're really missing out on a great game. Especially for those of the people who then went and played Kano Bridge of Spirits, which in my opinion is a very similar style game. It plays like an older school game, PS2, PS3 era game, with modernized graphics and some modernized gameplay elements, but man, it looks gorgeous, but it plays like a classic. That's pretty much Psychonauts 2 in a nutshell, only Psychonauts 2 has really good writing as well. And by the way, Kano Bridge of Spirits was not on Game Pass. It's a PS game.
Yeah, because it's a big release.
Xbox, you know.
It was at the fucking press conf. Oh my god.
I kind of feel like, yeah, I feel like since Psychonauts 2 was such a sales dud, this might be the end of the franchise. By the way, Double Fine said as much, like
system seller.
We don't have plans to continue the Psychonauts games right now. They're going to work on other stuff now. So that's good, I guess.
Discord even worse.
I feel
one of the most highly reviewed games of 2021.
Were not good. This was the comeback
extremely highly reviewed on every platform. It's one of the best games of the year.
Yeah, this is very unfortunate.
It's the best-selling game on Steam this week from August 29th.
Tsunami Carl asked 3 completely different questions. So let me go through them all because they're all unrelated. His first question is, this is more of a suggestion for your streams. I'd like your thoughts. What do you think of the idea to have a top tipper of the month who would get to choose one of the menu items on a future Feasting with the King episode? First of all, the idea of a top tipper of the month works when your contributors don't get harassed. Mine do.
Your contributors get harassed. Why are you saying this?
So much, and they try so many things to take me down and then fail.
People who give me money get harassed.
The next positive course of action that they can do
say this
is
shit,
to harass
dumbass.
people who support me and keep me going. So, I'll give you an example. This was a few years back. I didn't even know this, okay? But apparently when I guess I was using Streamlabs.
What do you know,
Phil? When I
Phil?
started using Streamlabs very prominently, there was a leaderboard behind the scenes of Streamlabs.
Behind the scenes.
That was tracking contributions.
Oh,
now,
hey,
what I would tell people
tip.
is, if you don't want to be known that it's you that's tipping me, make up a different name. So when you tip me, you're hiding your identity and people won't know it's you. But apparently Streamlabs was, without my permission, they never asked me to do this. They were tracking top tips and accumulating these totals behind the scenes and had a leaderboard on some page on Streamlabs that I didn't even know existed where you could see the top contributors. So even though there were people who were contributing in other names, it was adding those cumulative totals and listing them publicly. This is the person who was really tipping Phil.
He won't
so when
say,
they found
he won't
that,
say the thing.
people went and harassed those people.
He won't say the thing.
People got doxxed and fucked on the internet because
he
of
won't
that.
say the thing.
Now, when I found out that was happening, I turned off that leaderboard, but I didn't even know that leaderboard existed. Right? Now, who would have thought that a leaderboard that was probably supposed to be something positive. Let's track the top contributor of a streamer. That's supposed to be a positive thing. Oh, let's give credit to these people. Instead, it becomes a ways to weaponize that information to attack people, right? It's pretty fucked up. So first of all, I don't even want to go there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want.
So he might talk about it, but he probably won't.
Find out who's the top contributor. If there's
last year, a couple of years ago, some point in time when he was on Twitch, overnight he got $1,100, $1,100, $1,100. Holy shit, I can't speak. Overnight, I think. And he had a leaderboard on his Twitch, on his Streamlabs page that showed top tippers. It was a single tip of $1,100.
So they believe this
and someone else pointed it out to him, a detractor pointed it out, because detractors, when it comes down to it, pay more attention to Phil's peripheral to his streams than Phil does. Like how OIC is being OIC everywhere else, and it's kind of toxic. Not the point, though.
So that being said, okay, I don't even want.
When someone pointed that out to Phil in the chat, Phil was abandoning you for announcing that he got a lot of money.
Pick a menu item for Feasting with the King. Well, the thing is, I like the fact that with Feasting with the King, what we're doing is over the course of like a week or two,
he never give it a shout out.
Literally
$1,000 mystery money, never shouted it out.
I
What a
like
cool
that
dude.
because that gives us opportunity to kind of do something fun and interactive. Okay, I like that a lot, and I don't want to have a situation where because someone contributed, all right, someone contributed. Well, now all of a sudden, this contributor has control over all this stuff. That's how problems start.
Yeah,
okay?
because OIC made it a point to be part of your stream
still.
still.
Oh, I did a flight sim stream, and the top contributor picks where we fly
Phil,
next time for a
you
segment
sucked
of the stream.
OIC's dick on
But now when you have
stream
entire shows
in a non-homophobic way.
controlled and dictated by one person,
There's nothing wrong with.
That's when you run into
There's nothing wrong with sucking dick.
It is.
I'm
That's when you
saying
run
in
into
the
problems.
context
And
simply
I don't want to
of
start
giving overall
situations
pleasure.
where now you got people
In
who
most
are
cases,
angry about or
the
upset that
sexual
the show's
pleasure
ruined
given
because
back
person
to you, the
picks something
reciprocity,
bad. I also don't want a
is
situation where maybe someone
non-existent
contributes,
physically.
they
Though
actually
there are people
control
in the world who
show,
get
right?
sort of
they
like
pick the cuisine
arousal
to eat, we eat it.
from
Then they
giving
charge back the tip.
oral stimulation.
Right? That's why I don't go there.
But Phil sucked OIC's
On
dick
paper,
on
it sounds
stream
like it's safe. It's really
for
not.
months.
Sadly, because
OIC became a mod.
By the way,
there's a
looks
meme
like
about
2 tips
OIC
came in, I
never
missed.
being
I'll read those
mod.
off after I finish these questions.
And now he's a mod.
So the next question from Tsunami Carlos, for someone that does not
OIC
currently
made
have
it
a
a
next-gen
point to become
console,
a presence.
do you think it's smarter to
in Phil's
wait for a
stream.
pro version to be released in the coming
So
years,
I
or
wonder
purchase the base model now
why
at retail price?
people think everyone's
Or
OIC.
you can even
It's
get your
almost
hands
like
on them.
Phil did it
The
to
answer to that
himself by
question is
being
simple.
bad.
Are there games out right now you want to play on a next-gen console, and what's your reasoning behind
It's almost
it?
like Phil's not a very
Are
smart
there
fella.
console
But he's
exclusives
a
you
fart
want
smeller.
now? Then get it now.
This guy does smell
If you
farts.
can.
He's a fart smeller.
Don't pay a scalper. If you can get it for retail price, and there's an exclusive you want to play right now, get the base console now.
You're
Okay.
a base console, Phil.
If your issue is, I
don't even know what that means.
Improved graphics.
But I'm
That's all I
saying
really
that.
care about. I don't care about exclusives. I
Who is
just
this?
want to be playing the
What
best
kind of person
graphical
is this?
version.
This isn't
Okay?
this is a fake person.
Then I could see both sides of the fence, because some people may be like,
no
well,
one's like this.
you could work your ass off now,
Work your ass
you know,
off.
to get
Nice
the
talking.
console.
Nice
But
speech, idiot.
really, especially with these games that are cross-platform, like we all thought the new God of War, the new Horizon
God of
was
War?
going to be PS5 exclusive. They're not. They're cross-platform now, and you know that they're going to make it so at least they run decently on a PS4 Pro. So maybe don't go crazy. Wait until there's a killer app. Wait until there really is a PS5 exclusive you want to get it.
Yeah, I was.
Now,
I was,
as for the
I was
PS5
studying
Pro
for
and
school shit,
Xbox
and I
Series
saw the
X
term
Pro,
killer app, and I'm like, holy
inevitably,
shit,
I thought
that's
we'd
where
be
Phil got that
desensitized
term
to
from.
things
Because
that's
who
gonna
says
happen.
killer app when it comes to
It's gonna happen,
consoles?
but we don't know. We're in
They
a
come on
situation
discs
now that's a lot
sometimes.
different.
Occasionally.
Because of COVID, the world has literally
It's
been
not an
set
app.
back
It's a
years
fucking.
and years
It's a
of
game.
production.
Just call it a game. What's wrong
Who's
with
to
you,
say that in
freak?
3-4 years time that
You
we'll
freak
even be in a
fucker?
situation where the
You
microchips
freak
are
Nick?
now they can make a pro model of these
You
consoles.
should be
We
sorry,
don't-
Miss Jackson.
I don't want someone sitting around for 5 years waiting for a
I'm
pro
sorry,
that
Miss
never comes because the
Burnell.
world has changed.
I
You
act
know,
for
the situation of
real.
every console getting a pro
Never
version
meant
was
to
the
make
last
you
2
feel
console
cry.
gens. True,
I won't
that wasn't COVID. That was
apologize.
pre-COVID. The world might have been
I don't got a
irrevocably
rhyme.
changed.
It kind
okay?
of rhymes. I'm sorry,
So,
Miss Burnell.
if you absolutely
I act
want
for
the exclusives,
real.
or if you absolutely want the best graphics and you're not willing to have a what-if scenario, if you ever these things will appear, I don't think you should count on the pro
Just saying
existing.
words.
I think if you can get the console,
It's
now,
actually
you
just
should try to
passing
get it,
through
just
my
don't
brain.
Go crazy and do
Just
not
like,
buy it from a scalper. That's the worst case scenario that will just make things worse for
all,
everyone.
all these words
no
you're
one will
saying,
ever get these goddamn
they're not
consoles.
adding up.
Okay. Last question from Tsunami Carl. Then we'll do some shout-outs. How long do you think you can realistically stream for a living? I think
Romance
we would like
cat.
to see someone
Romance
as a 60 or
cat.
70-year-old being a streamer or gamer. It's never been done before, to my knowledge at least. Could you keep going strong for another 25 years? And if not, what are some of your interests as to other means of income? Well,
Old
it's funny
people don't play
because
games.
I never even knew when I got into this what it would entail and how long I would be able to do it or anything like that, right? Who knew? I never did this for a living to begin with. It wasn't my intention. When I became a full-time streamer in 2017, my horizons were kind of open because I realized, of course, right now, the big thing is games. And I play games, I enjoy games, that's what I'm known for, right? But people all
on Twitch. I can't say
time
that.
over
No,
the
it's
years
fine.
have asked
I'm
me,
an
can you do other
LGBTQ
kinds of
shirt. It's
content?
cool.
Can you do movie reviews?
Hold on, I can
Could
add
you
it.
do live
Hold on,
commentary over TV shows and movies? Could you comment on world news? Could you comment on politics? Could you do this? Could you do that? I have strayed away from all of that. Why? Because right now games works. There's no reason for me to stray from the formula of games. When gaming is a big thing that's working for me. I'm known for gaming.
But there is a two-spirit tag, so progress. Feels
it's
good, man.
very, very possible as I get older, my hand-eye coordination's gonna go. I might get
it already has gone.
I might not be able to do gaming like I do now, right?
You can barely do gaming
now.
Gaming.
Maybe now I'm loving it. I love gaming, but maybe in another 10 years I won't care as much about gaming. However, all that being said, I have an audience. I have a following. I have people who like me as a person and like to hear my opinions on everything, not just games.
I do like hearing his opinions. So
at one point in my life, yes, maybe I will branch out. Maybe I will do something completely different, and maybe that means that I don't have to be a full-time gamer anymore, but I could do some games and I could variate and do other shows that are commentary shows, right? Right? It's very possible. I could change my formula up a little bit as I get older. Now, I'm not saying that this is my plan. I'm just saying this is a what-if scenario. You asked me, realistically, could I keep doing this for another 25 years? Maybe. I don't know. Things could change. The thing is, the climate is so weird on the internet that things could change overnight. Overnight, oh, well, because of copyright, no one can do streams anymore, period.
That's not going to happen, Phil. You know what's not going to happen.
Shut down, right? You cannot plan for this shit. You just can't. You can't make a roadmap of what I want to do with this business in the next 10, 15, 20, 30 years. It's just not possible, okay? I don't know what next level of trolling is going to do to fuck my life up. I'm sad to say that, but I just don't know. I have no clue what's going to happen. So because of that, I can't really plan formally ahead like a lot of people can. I love doing what I do. I would love to keep doing this, but reduce the amount that I do it. I would love to have at least
he wants to reduce the amount he does.
Right now, the 1 day a week, I cherish that time I have.
I cherish it, my family, your cat, and your wife.
We end up running around half the time running errands and shit, and not having time to spend time together at home and doing stuff like that. Like,
okay, so Phil says you can't predict how the internet's gonna go.
The garage, use it for other things.
But
I don't have time.
I mean, this is pretty unfair to be honest with you. But like years ago, he was like, airline companies should have predicted 9/11. And he said that shit unironically.
Identity fucking theft. And
identity fucking theft.
Program for no goddamn fucking reason.
And no goddamn fucking reason. Fucking balls, sussy fucking motherfucker.
Right now, I'm just nowhere near close to that. Okay. All right. Shout outs.
Shout outs.
Chocobogo tipped me $5. Said, not a serious question, but have you ever heard of the Fist of the North Star meme where a boy watches the show becomes a hitman? If a woman watches it, no wait, he'll become a man. If a woman watches it, she becomes pregnant. If a cat watches it, it will become a tiger. It's because it's a mane.
This boomer.
Thanks for the tip, Chocoboco. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Okay. Continuing on. Cooper Koopa is here. Tip $4.20. Says, hey, Phil, I'm loving the stream. Good to see that you're going strong, sir. Thank you, Cooper. I appreciate that very much. And I appreciate...
Is that Kevin Bernstein?
I appreciate you coming back and supporting the stream.
Why not stream with Cat more? Builds up your romance. Please. Be best in the world awesome. Please come up. I need him to come out.
Kevin Bernstein did a super chat asking, why isn't Kat on the streams more?
Builds up the romance.
I think you understand the reason, because she got harassed hardcore for a few times she was on 3 years ago. I typed Kat instead of Kevin.
You typed Kat instead of Kevin.
She has no desire to be harassed further.
Kat Bernstein,
if ever she changes her mind, she's always welcome on the streams and can come on the streams if she wants. But until that day,
gets targeted
I'm not
and harassed
her ever. Okay? Let's just keep going. So I have Twitter questions. So here's what we'll do. How about this? Since there's 45 minutes left till I'm done, let's not take a break. Let's just say fuck it and keep going.
What the fuck is
let's
that?
Just keep. I'm having a good time.
Is that a threat?
You guys are having a good time. Why not just keep continuing? I don't need to take a break. I don't have to piss or anything. Fuck the second break. Let's just keep going.
Yeah, I agree. Go fuck yourself.
So first thing, before we get to Twitter questions, which is next, let's do shout outs to patrons. Thank you to the people
Wait, for real? He wasn't being sarcastic?
month in, month out support me on Patreon. I know that I don't really mention it much. I know it's not a focus of my content, but there are people who like supporting me behind the scenes and don't care about
Is he actually not gonna like go on break?
Once a month, I give him a shout out, or I say once every 2 months when we do Ask the King, I give him a special shout out.
For real?
So here we go. Thank you to the
Yo, this
following
guy's
people.
great.
Big Tone 995, Crisis Mod,
I love this dude.
Jared
This is my guy.
Jackson,
This is Phil.
Maya the Bees, Planet Jeff, Trey Coley, Two Bar King, David Denmark, Michael Denault, Faithin, QPZMWM, Richard, Riley Hagen, Sean Given, Stormforce Gamer, Thomas
Sean
McDonald,
Given?
and Tony Frank.
More like Sean
Remarkably
Taken.
enough, I actually was looking up some of these people, and they have supported me
He was docking
since
them.
the day I opened my Patreon.
Yeah, you
in
didn't give him shit.
2015.
Haven't given him
They've
shit.
been an ongoing supporter. That's
Didn't
amazing.
give him shit.
Thank you guys
Didn't
for
give him
always
shit.
that constant support. And
Didn't
that's what
give
I mean.
him
Like,
shit.
I know.
Let's
for
look
a
at
fact,
DSP's Patreon.
No matter what happens
Let's
to me,
look at
no
DSP's
matter what
Patreon.
shit
I
is thrown
wasted so
against
much
me, no
fucking
matter how I'm
time.
mistreated
Let's
by
look
a
at
business like
DSP's
YouTube
Patreon.
or Twitch or anywhere else.
Patreon,
No matter how many
excuse me,
fucking people
Patreon.
attack me, slander
Dark
me,
Side
defame
Phil
me.
is creating
I have
daily
people
gaming
who support me
videos.
and will follow me wherever I
Last
follow
thing
and
added,
support me wherever. I appreciate that.
literally years ago,
Let me tell you, it's a great feeling,
2018.
okay?
The last time he added shit to his
So we're about to
Patreon,
start Twitter questions. but
there was a
ladies and
different
gentlemen,
president.
Chicken Man just tipped me $1.50 and says, people have no idea how bad Starbucks is in your area, more so Seattle City. When I visited, I swear I see 3 in a block. Yeah, it's insane. This is the birthplace of
Shut
Seattle.
the
Or,
fuck up.
excuse me.
The birthplace
course
of
it's the
Seattle.
birthplace
I
of
mean,
Seattle.
I
It's
guess
the birthplace
technically
of
it
Starbucks.
is Washington.
Seattle is the birthplace of Starbucks. The original Seattle is still...
2018.
I keep
Trump
saying
was only
Seattle.
president for 2 years.
The original Starbucks is still in Seattle.
It feels
you could go there right now.
good,
the first
man.
Location. So
I don't know how it feels. It feels something.
that's why there's so much Starbucks here, and there's no Dunkin' Donuts. The only competition
You can Dunkin'
is
these
actually like
nuts.
little local coffee places, but no competitors are out
Canadian,
here, nothing like that.
$485
It's just
a
Starbucks
month. It's like
everywhere.
$300 American, which is still more than he deserves.
Guess what? Let's go ahead and do a poll because we now have a vest.
You can pull
ladies
these
and
nuts,
gentlemen.
dude.
Which vest is Ask the King best? We've got the beige. We've got the denim. We've got the camo, and we've got the gold. Thank you guys so much for your support. Please vote on a vest. Pretty awesome. Alex to me $1.50 said, do you think they just forgot to turn off auto bill? Maybe, who knows? But actively every month, all my active patrons, I send direct messages on Patreon. And if they have it set up properly, they should be getting emails when I send them those messages. So they should be getting pinged at the very least once a month to say, hey, thanks for being an ongoing patron, you know? Okay. Yes, Seattle is the birthplace of Seattle. You're right. All right, we're on to Twitter. Oh, wait.
Twitter. This guy's lost. Yeah, I'm taking that. That's mine. I like that. I really like that, actually. I'm taking that. Thanks, Phil. I'm just pausing the stream. Derailed the stream.
Advice. No one ever gave me advice because I was the
No one
innovator.
ever gave me advice.
I was the one who
He's
started
a real
this kind of
homie.
movement along with other people
This
at the same
movement.
time. But
This
I was the beginning.
movement. He
There was no
started
one to ask for
movements.
advice when I was doing this. I
He is
just did it all
starting
myself.
movements.
But who
This is a
helped, or
heroic
I would say
man.
helped me most? People like the Angry Video Game Nerd and Nostalgia Critic
People like the Angry Video
inspired
Game
me
Nerd and
to
APGN.
think that
My
I
two
could do
favorite
this
streamers.
with zero production value. No money, no expertise, just throw out content that's entertaining. And it worked. If I didn't see those guys do it before me, I never would have thought that it would have worked, and I probably wouldn't have tried to do it. Second question, which DSP tries it food is my favorite? That's a really tough question because over the years, I could tell you distinctively the things that were the worst on DSP tries it that stood out.
Negative
it's
asshole.
actually harder to remember the
Yeah,
good
because you're a
things.
negative
I would
asshole.
argue probably there was 1 or 2 kinds of pizza that was really good.
Yeah,
but
because
I don't
you're a
remember what
negative
they
asshole,
were.
Phil.
I remember once that there was a McDonald's burger. I think it was called the Clubhouse Burger that had a special sauce, bacon,
It's 'cause you're a
bunch of
negative
good
piece
condiments,
of
and
shit.
the burger was actually seasoned meat. I went and got that burger over the course of that year that it was existing more times because I liked it so much. Then they did away with it. You see? But this is the thing, like, it's easier. It's much easier to remember the bad things than the good. So it's hard for me to say what were the best things.
Yeah,
People
because
would
you're a
essentially
negative
have
piece
to
of shit.
Look back over the decade that I've been doing DSP
It's 'cause
Tries
you're a
It
negative
and look
piece
for the
of
ones that I
shit.
rated really highly and pull them themselves because I can't remember those. Okay? Since I brought
Yeah,
it, maybe I'll have
Phil,
to
you
try those again.
can't
Maybe, but
remember
again, that's the
positive
funny thing.
things.
I almost guarantee you the things that I like so much don't exist anymore. Because a lot of
Yeah,
times
because
I did
you're a
on PSP
negative
tries,
piece
it
of
was like,
shit.
oh,
You don't
new
want
menu,
them to. You want to be
limited
negative
time
about
item
it.
at Wendy's
You
or
like being
something.
negative.
And they
You
probably
like
isn't
being
there anymore,
negative.
so I couldn't
You
even
enjoy
retry it
it.
if I wanted
You're
to.
a bad person.
And then
You're
the final
an
question from
asshole.
Anshang Forever: which YouTube video and stream that you made is your most memorable? I would argue the ones that stand out in my mind
Doesn't have one.
from over the years.
Doesn't have one.
I would say any of the stupid ass PS Move shit, like Start the Party,
Rambo?
and shit like that
Rambo.
from back in the day.
John Rambo
was
and
funny
Howard,
as
his
shit, and I
only
remember
friends.
that. I remember doing the Olympics.
Yeah, because your friends were
with
there.
John
With your
and
friends.
Joe
Yeah,
and
John
Howard
and Joe and
those
Howard.
guys. I definitely remember doing some of the original co-op playthroughs from back in the day. But I remember specifically playing games like the original Batman Arkham Asylum, where I took time off of work to play it before I was a full-time YouTuber, and loving the game. I remember the old school days of doing Madness sets in Street Fighter 4 and how much fun that was to play Street Fighter 4 on a casual level. I remember Heavy Rain being the very first murder mystery style game where it was a whodunit and I didn't know who the actual murderer was, trying to guess during the course of the game. That was really neat. And then later on, years later, a game like Until Dawn. And then just last year, I would argue Little Hope. That was amazing to be able to do that live with you guys and then act like Colonel Sanders for half of it was funny.
Yeah,
as shit.
boy stream when you're a racist.
Chill playthroughs like Lost Judgment or not Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest 11. Like those were really outstanding. Yakuza 7. Those chill, elongated playthroughs where it was more about having a good time.
You fell asleep.
And also making progression.
Phil, you fell
rather
asleep.
than just making progression.
Yakuza
those are the best
7?
streams to me these days because those are the times when we have great social
Yakuza
interaction
7?
and have a good time together. And those
Phil,
mean a
you
lot to me.
legit fell
They really
asleep.
do. That's just off the top of my head. There's probably a million things that were really fun and meaningful, but those are the ones
Yakuza?
that
I guess
just
would be
come
the
to
thing?
mind. Okay?
I don't have
The
proof
gold
of this.
vest has won.
And
Ladies and
Fuhrer was
gentlemen, we have not
Yakuza
seen
0.
the gold vest
Let's try 7
on
then.
stream in a very long time.
Please?
So I'm actually
Nah,
very
Yakuza
excited
6.
to put on the gold vest. Let me go get it.
Alright, fair enough. You know what? Fair enough.
Where is it? Uh-oh. Oh, shit.
Fair enough.
Oh, come on. Where is the gold vest?
I lied.
What the hell?
I capped. I capped,
Where is it?
and I told misinformation.
Look, there's the blue, the red, the
Because you played Dead Souls?
Under here.
What fucking year was this?
There's the camo, the beige.
24.
Ah, shit.
Why do you play Dead
What
Souls?
happened to it?
Fair enough, I guess.
Guys.
It's a Gundam. Why are you
I
showing me
think
it's a
someone broke
Gundam?
into my house and stole the gold vest. I can't find it anywhere.
Why
I
are
don't
you
know what
showing me
happened.
it's a Gundam?
Jaden did a
I
super chat.
never
Seahawks
ever
fan. No, I
want
am
to watch
not.
It's a Gundam.
I am not a sports fan of any.
Disgusting.
These days, I used to be a long time
Die.
ago. That was a
YouTube.
very long time ago, and I'm not anymore. But thank you, Jaden, for the super chat.
Die. Perish.
Okay.
Gross.
So I'm sorry, guys. I would wear the gold vest if I could find it, but it seems to
Nice joke,
have
man.
eluded me. I
Funny
don't know
joke,
where it
dude.
is. So, all right, let's continue on. Twitter questions, my friends, and this is the finale of the show. So let's go through
It's
everyone's
finale.
Twitter questions. Alex Supers says, "Legit question: will you get another cat?"
No.
Well,
He barely has the first one.
let
No.
me put this into perspective. Okay, right now,
You have a family.
I'm working 6 days a week.
6
full-time,
days a
pretty
week,
much.
baby.
I
You
do
can't
get
feed a cat.
times between the streams to cook or whatever. And I get to see my wife at night, but I'm pretty busy those 6 days, admittedly. I see Jasper. Obviously, he sleeps with us in the bedroom. So
Bro,
I see
he's
him a
a
little bit in the
cat.
morning when I'm doing my thing,
You
having
gonna,
breakfast.
like,
When I'm
what are you
streaming,
gonna do with
sometimes
him?
he can come in here, sometimes he can't.
You gonna like
But sometimes he can come in here.
kiss him? He's a cat.
I see him a lot of the times between the streams, which is nice.
You can open your door. It's a cat.
My wife works right now. Oh my God, excuse me.
Doesn't even
Absolutely
know.
Disgusting.
Doesn't even
Right
know.
now, she's working almost full time. She wants to work more, but they're not
Almost
giving her the
full-time.
hours she wants. But she basically works like full time, at least
Yo.
4 days a week. So 4
I
days
don't
a
wanna
week,
say
she's
it.
very busy.
I don't want to turn the
and
black
really
voice
doesn't
because I
have
feel
time
like
to
turn
spend
on.
with Jasper until like nighttime. Okay.
I don't want.
Um,
Okay, I'm sorry. Warning.
So
warning,
right now, I argue.
I have to turn
are
on the
we
black
even spending
voice
enough
real
time with
quick.
a cat who's not
Yo,
the
this
kind of
bitch cat like 30
that likes
fucking
to be left
5, and
alone.
she ain't
Jasper
even got
very
a
much does
full-time
not
job.
want
What
to
the
be
fuck
left
you doing?
alone.
She's
He's what they call
trifling.
the party kitty or
She
the
is
mosquito kitty.
trifling,
He
my
wants
man.
to always be the life of the party. He wants to be socially in the middle of everything.
It's almost like he likes
because
attention because
he
he's a fucking
wants
cat.
attention,
Yeah, he's a
okay?
fucking cat, Phil.
And
That's how cats work.
without
He's a
getting
cat.
that attention,
He's a cat.
he feels
He's a
like
cat.
he's lonely or he's being mistreated.
He's a fucking
So
cat.
whenever we're
Phil, he's a
around him,
cat.
we have
Phil?
to give him constant attention.
Phil, he's
Oh,
a
it's time to make
cat.
dinner. Jumps on the counter right in the middle of what we're doing. Like,
Phil, he's a
Jack,
cat.
ingredients here. What are you doing, man? But that's
Phil,
the
he's
kind
a
of cat
cat.
that he is.
Yeah, he likes attention.
Okay?
It's a cat.
That being said, getting another cat could definitely have two different kinds of effects, okay? It could be if we got another cat, that Jasper would actually feel like he has a friendly companion who now he can spend time with, and he can now feel more occupied during the day when, say, I'm busy or Cat's busy and we can't spend time with him. But typically when it comes to a cat like Jasper, what really happens is Jasper now gets jealous that the other cat is getting
jealous
attention
kitty.
when he's not. You
Jealous
see what I'm
little
saying?
kitty.
He is the attention-seeking cat.
He's an
his
attention
archetype
whore.
in his head, his personality type is, I want all the attention
Jasper,
at all
you fucking
times.
whore.
If he were to now have
Jasper,
a
you
competitor for
bitch.
our affection and attention,
Jasper,
it would
you
actually
piece of
make him
shit.
upset. All right? So,
You bastard,
purposely,
Jasper.
we're thinking he's not the kind of cat that would even want a cat companion around
You
the house
shameful
at all.
motherfucker.
Okay? Maybe we're wrong.
Disgusting.
And the thing is,
Terrible.
you know, we're not that we ever want to even think about this at this point because Jasper is a young and healthy cat.
Young and
Eventually, one day
healthy.
Jasper will pass away.
He's
We'll
like
get
he's a
another cat
stud.
After that, maybe
He's a
I
studly
really
cat.
like having a cat around the house. I'll be honest with you guys. At first, I was skeptical because I never had a
He
cat
was
before.
skeptical of the
And now I think
cat.
that
It's a
Jasper
cat.
is
What do you think he's
very
gonna do?
fun and positive
gonna
part
shoot
of our
you,
lives.
man.
Even though there's caveats or with everything.
Caveats.
Yes, there's some negatives because he's here too, but the positives far.
I'm
outweigh
sorry
the
your
negatives.
cat isn't a
And I
full
love having them.
positive.
So maybe
It
I would
feels
get
bad,
another
man.
cat in the future, but I don't know if I would reasonably get a cat now with the kind of cat that Jasper is. I don't know if that would make any sense.
What about money, Phil?
Okay.
Is
Now,
money
in
a
addition to
factor?
that, knowing that
Money?
I don't have the
Money?
amount of time that I would like to spend
Money?
with my family, I think
Is
taking
money
on
on the issue
another
here? I
major
like that.
pet like that would be pretty bad and
Money's not a problem
irresponsible,
here.
don't you think?
Fair enough.
Why take on another pet that you know is a pet that's social and might need a lot of attention if you don't even know if you're spending enough time with your pet as is? I don't think that makes much sense. I think one cat's more than enough for
Is
us
money an
for
issue,
now.
Phil? Is money not an
Okay.
issue?
Let's see here. Skeleton question to me $1.50. He says, "What's behind your fear of
Money's not an
skeletons
issue, I
in
guess.
video
Fair
games? Are
enough.
you scared of them in real life or games?" I asked this because there's a
Scared
skeleton
of
decoration
skeletons.
behind you. What do you mean there's a skeleton? Ah! That's bone meal. Don't remind me though.
What is this
He says,
video?
"Thanks.
Is
Have a
this
good
us?
afternoon, evening." It's a running meme. It's a joke. It's not meant to be serious.
kidding.
The meme
Oh, no,
actually originated
no.
many
Oh,
years
no.
ago.
That's what that
the
is.
year when I played Dragon Age Origins.
Oh.
Okay.
I played myself.
I don't remember what year that was.
It's my
But
own
when I
damn
played Dragon
fault.
Age Origins, one of the major enemies in that game is skeletons. And I'm not kidding, like
Skeletons?
90% of the enemies in dungeons is a fucking skeleton. And I'm not talking one skeleton, two skeletons. There's
Oh my
rooms
God,
where, like,
Phil, please,
you
I don't
can't
care.
move. They're packed in there like a fucking can
Phil,
of
I don't
sardines
give a
amount
fuck.
of skeletons. You
Phil,
know?
I do not
So
care.
the running meme was, Phil hates skeletons because they always get them. Then, when I was playing Mortal Kombat, there was this guy who would play Quan Chi, and he would always use these skeletons against me, and there was a meme, look at my skeletons, bitch, that evolved from that
Look at
meme.
my skeletons,
All right,
bitch.
so not only was I getting dominated by skeletons in RPGs, then I would play a fighting game and there was fucking
He
skeletons.
said the thing.
By the way, then I was playing Dark Souls and there were
He
skeletons.
quoted some other dude.
So everywhere I looked, there were fucking skeletons everywhere. So, so that being said, it became a running meme, and it actually became a joke. I made Teespring merch of it and stuff like that. That's where it comes from. Am I actually afraid of skeletons? No. Actually, Bone Meal is my buddy. High five. He's my bud.
It's a toy.
He chills
It's
with
a
me when I
toy.
play games for many years.
It's a toy,
It's all
Phil.
good.
Phil, it's a
Dick
toy.
Dickerson tipped me $2 and says, "I don't think emulation is illegal when the game isn't sold by the developers. I'm not going to pay for the game when it costs 20 times the original price. I emulate everything, bro. Fuck resellers."
You know what?
Dick Dickerson out.
You know what?
I don't listen. I think there's a situation where is it morally okay or is it legally okay?
Who cares?
Legally, if the game's available for sale, I don't think that you can even do the emulation thing. I don't know. I don't really know the legal ramifications of emulation. I don't know. I don't know when it's allowed, when it's not allowed, if it's even allowed. What I can tell you is I do feel if you cannot get a game, if they're not readily selling it,
fucking
then I think that it should be able to be
cares?
emulated. But that's my belief, and
I'm not gonna
I
buy
could
an
be wrong.
Xbox
Legally, it might not be
360
correct.
or a PS2.
Sam on Twitter
and then go
asks,
to
"Phil, what
Japan
skills
and
would you
look
say you've learned
in
over
a
the years
thrift
as a
shop for a
YouTuber?"
copy of like the
Three
20
major
Kill
skills.
Hitman
One we already
Reborn
talked
games,
about:
even though they
mental,
all suck. Mental?
endurance, mental patience, mental
Endurance.
fortitude, whatever you want to call it. The ability to not freak out whenever something goes wrong. The
Like you
ability
do
to
all the time?
not get insanely angry,
Which is what you do?
or say
the
stupid
thing you
shit.
do?
Because I used to do that all
You
the
do
time.
now. You're doing it right
I've
now.
come down to the
You've
point
done it the
where
whole
I can handle
stream.
things way more rationally. That's
Snow
number
Carl?
one. mental strength, whatever you want to call it.
Mental.
Number 2,
flow?
I now very much so and better than I used to.
Nope.
Have the ability to put myself into the shoes
Nope.
of another person.
You don't. Nope.
Okay?
Nope.
Rather than saying
Nope.
my way or the highway,
Nope.
and rather than saying this is my
Nope.
belief and I absolutely
Nope.
refuse
That's
to
not
think about
true.
how you
That's
say,
not true.
say things.
That's not
now
true.
I say the
Put
world's not black and
yourself
white,
into the shoes of
many
Boogie.
shades of gray. You
Put
gotta look from another
yourself
person's
into the shoes of
perspective, and
Rich,
instead of saying this
Phil.
is right, this is wrong, black and white. What's the compromise? What's the situation
Wait a
where
minute,
everyone
this
can
is
benefit
right.
and not actively
This is wrong.
be screwed over or hurting each
Black
other?
or white?
Right?
What are you
That's
trying
the
to
way I
imply that
see the
being
world
white
now,
is wrong, Phil?
Because I've matured a lot in the last 13 years
So what
that
are
I've
you
been a
implying here,
content
sir?
creator. You guys have hit
Are
me
you
with
a-
so many situations and
are you
things that I
a
never thought
racist?
of that now I'm like, damn,
Do you hate
things are so different
Caucasian
now.
people, Phil?
Considering, the way my life is, the way that things have gone, and the way that you guys have affected me positively over the years. It made me really open my eyes and think about things in different ways. There was a time when I said, anyone who plays Minecraft is an immature idiot. That game has no value. Then I opened my eyes. I played Minecraft. I was like, this game is fucking really good. I'm an idiot for saying anything like that ever. Now I realize that everything that I say and do on a stream or in a video, that's a responsibility I have to make sure that I'm saying the right thing and being
Holy
mature
shit,
and not being
Phil.
an immature
Please
asshole
stop
just for
talking.
shock
I'm just
value and
actually
attention.
I'm blanking here.
Like a lot of other content
I've
creators we've
actually
already talked
exhausted
about
my
on Ask the
mental
King this time.
abilities. I can't even think anymore.
I have responsibility because I have a following to be responsible. You know what I'm saying?
Your phone is smaller than it was
Then
before.
what will happen? People will take something that I'm saying silly as fact, and now people concretely get hurt by that. So I have to be careful, and I have to always be able to see from another perspective how other people think of things and make sure that I'm not being a dick. Okay?
Your following is literally smaller than
And I
it's been
guess
in a long
the
ever.
last thing that I would say that I have learned since I became a YouTuber, you cannot, absolutely cannot share everything with your audience. As much as I used to love being Mr. Transparent, as much as I used to love being the guy who would tell you all about everything in his life, I would share every experience. I would show you every meal I ate. I would show you every piece of new
you're an
thing in my
asshole.
house. I would do tours.
Yeah, 'cause you're an asshole. You
I
want
would
to
go on
flex on
trips,
us.
vlog, everything.
Yeah, because you want
That
to flex
has
on us.
1,000,000%
you're an asshole.
come back to bite me. Because now all of that information over the years was used to hurt me.
Yeah, because
to
it was
create
all true and
slander
you're
and
an asshole.
defamation.
It's not
People
slander. We
now
saw it.
became obsessed with me to the point where now, because I don't share that, now it's like, well, we got to get as much information as we can because he hides everything. But screw him, we still got to get it. You see, nut job.
Yeah, because you hide it
Have
like
latched
it's
onto
a
me to the
secret.
point where now I can't even have like a normal life because of this shit. So I realized the less you share,
If you hide some,
the
if you
more
make
you have
everything
over
a
real
fucking
life. It's that
secret,
simple. There has
people are
be a
gonna want to
split
find out.
between the online persona
You're a mysterious man.
and what you choose
It's
to
like
share with your audience and what you actually have behind the scenes. In fact, it was very interesting on pre-stream today.
I don't know.
As I was doing
It's
the
like
work for
someone.
this show,
It's
someone
like
had
Clarence
said to me,
Clarity. I want to know about Clarence
how do
Clarity.
you handle being such a pariah in the
I
own
wanna-
community that, you,
I don't know,
that
I
you're a
wanna
part of? If you don't know what a pariah
take
means,
Clarence
basically
Clarity
it's
on,
considered
like,
like
a
an
trip.
outcast. And I'm like,
Carrying
the
around the
thing
city.
is, the reason I'm a pariah
But he's
isn't
a
because of
mystery
me.
man.
I'm a pariah because so many people are after me in negative ways that people don't want to be associated with me. You don't want to be associated with the guy that has 3,000 people hating on him every day. That's toxic
That's
shit
not
that
how
can
that
come
works,
into your
though.
content, and you don't want that. So you push him away and say, I don't want anything to do with that guy.
Phil,
I
if
totally
you-
understand
Phil,
that,
Phil,
right?
Philip,
So it is what it is.
Philip
but I
Philip
can't
Paul
control that.
Burnell.
And the person who I was
If
talking
you
to about
consider
that was
yourself
actually
an
like,
actual fucking 'cause
pariah, I
pariah,
guarantee you now, what we
and it's
know
the
about you
fault of
online
other
is completely
people,
different from the person
maybe
who
those
made
other
you
people
attack
aren't
at the same
entirely
time.
wrong.
I'll be honest with you, to some extent, yeah.
If
I
being
can tell you
associated with
these
you is
things.
actually
We have
so
our own things,
toxic
our own life, our own
that
stuff. You guys
it
know
should
nothing
be
about,
avoided.
never will.
Maybe it's just that
Because
you're an
that's the way it
asshole.
has
Because
to
there might
be.
be a lot of guys who hate
We
you.
have to have
But
that
I wonder
private
why
life
they all
because
hate you,
if
Phil.
I used to share everything.
Maybe
it
it's
was
something
just
that you
toxic
did.
shit constantly thrown at my face.
Do
I
some
can't have
reflection,
that
buddy.
anymore, you know what I'm saying? So that's the one thing I've learned absolutely
You
positively.
haven't learned shit. Shut
100%.
up.
You cannot share everything because people will weaponize it against you, even if it's not intended to be that way originally.
Well,
When
then why
share
did you
people
share
will
it?
Weaponize shit when they just lie.
It's not a lie.
Chicken Man tipped $1.50. Said, "My God, Facebook and Instagram is back up. The world can now continue. What a joke. There's people acting without Facebook. The world is no more on Twitter." Okay, thank you for the tip.
Yeah,
Skeleton
that's, you know
question
what?
took me $1.50.
That is
and said, "Thank
actually
you. That was
the most based response Phil's ever had. Just ignore this shit, 'cause that's a stupid fucking point. You're complaining about people on Twitter complaining about Instagram and Facebook.
I don't even know
The
what you're
fuck is
talking
wrong
about.
with you, dude?
Anyway, thanks for the tip.
Ignore me, you
fellas.
fucking
Let's
dumbass.
continue with the questions.
You're mad that people are upset.
Ghosty Witch asks the following. What are your thoughts about cross-gen PS4 games? Are you excited to see titles like Spider-Man 2 being on PS5 only? At this point in history, I'm happy they're cross-gen. I want more people to be able to experience amazing games. I
Every
don't want
time
to
he
feel like
says
some
cross,
fucking
I feel he's
elitist
gonna
because I
say like
lucked out last year and happened to get my hands on a PS5. And I think it's messed up that there are people who are like, oh, these games should have been PS5 exclusive, and now we got to play the watered down version of the game. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my
Gaming
God.
is supposed to be something that everyone
he's not even
is
wrong,
open
but
to
he's so
experience.
annoying
You shouldn't
about
have
it.
a fucking entry level. You have
He's
to be
not
this
even
tall
wrong.
to play God of War because you don't have a PS5. You're down here. You can't play it. Fuck you. Seriously, that's such a shithead way. That's a gatekeeping way to have the mentality. I hate that. People should be able to enjoy games if they're good. And it sucks that we're in a situation. No one predicted COVID would have happened. We didn't know it would affect gaming the way it did. It's time to stop with this elitist shit and just let people enjoy games for what they are. Spider-Man 2 being on PS5 only may be an amazing experience for those who have the PS5. But it's going to suck for those who don't. So, I see both sides of the fence here.
We done, Phil?
Am I happy to get the overall best experience with that game when it comes out? Yes. But at the same time, I'm going to feel shitty that other people can't experience it. Derek has asked a question on Twitter, and he says, Phil, when you were a kid, did you have goals that you set for yourself when you were in school you completed and fulfilled?
Let's go!
Yes. Concretely, I always had goals. I was a very goal-oriented kid.
It's
I was someone who
fucking
always planned
Derek.
ahead. I
I
want to
love
get
this dude.
this level of achievement, this
Yo,
A's.
it's
I want to do
Derek.
this year in this
Yo,
club. Or
can
this,
I get a
pog
champ in chat
That's how
for
it kinda
fucking
was.
Derek?
My parents
Can I
basically
get a
told me
fucking
school was the
pog
most
champ in
important
fucking
thing, and they always
motherfucking chat
catered my
for
life towards
motherfucking
that.
Derek?
Like if I did
Let's
well in
go.
school, I would get rewarded
Let's
for it.
go. It's
Oh, you
Derek.
got all A's on your report
Derek
card?
question,
You can get
baby.
a video. We'll buy you a video game as a reward. That's how it
Derek.
was in my life. It wasn't you
Derek.
just get shit because you're my
That's
kid.
my
It was
guy.
you earn it
That's
through
my
working
dude.
hard. That's how my
It's
life was when I was a
Derek.
kid.
It's
So
Derek.
I was always a
It's
goal-oriented person, disciplined to
Derek.
get to the goal. When you get
I
the
don't
goal,
gotta
you
even
get the
give
reward.
commentary.
That's how
Just
my life
Derek.
always was back
Just
then.
say Derek.
So,
Let's
but yeah,
go.
was it crazy, over-the-top, insane, unattainable goals? No.
Unattainable
It was
Derek?
more like get A's on your report card, do well on this
Hey,
challenge,
yo,
try to make the best
Yo,
project at the science fair. You know what I mean? Those are the goals.
Yo,
Virtual
Derek
Fox asks thoughts on future stream improvements. What's next? For me, the next way that I feel I can improve my streams at this point, like, I mean, got a better chair, got a better console setup, right? The next thing would obviously be new PC and new webcam so that the visuals here can look better. We could do a green screen because I have a better webcam, but I can't implement a better webcam until I get a better PC. So it all goes hand in hand.
Yeah, 'cause
I would
you
like to
can't
do that
implement
next year.
a better
I would say
webcam,
my
sir?
goal for 2021 is
It's
to improve
like-
that. Get a new PC
It's
going,
nice chair.
get a new camera going, get everything
That's
visually
squeaky chair
looking
right there.
better, even the lighting
It's
and
a-
everything in here, everything
Okay,
better. That's
okay,
my
Phil.
goal for next year. I don't know if I'll be able to achieve it because every
My
single
camera's
time
actually
I
pretty high
get
quality.
ahead,
I think it's like
it all gets taken away from me. You
I
kick
think
out of the
it's
Twitch
I
Sparker
doesn't get
program,
scammed on the
get fucked
quality,
over
but I
with
think it
fidelity
actually
theft,
is like
but we'll see
4K.
what happens in 2022.
Of course, I don't run it
to
in
me
4K
$5.
because
Real
I'm
question: if there was a PXX game that could get a remake, which would it be?
a shadow
It could
man.
be any PS1 game that hasn't got one yet.
But like,
Dude,
you don't need a good PC to.
you're asking me a crazy question. I would have to look at the history of PS1 games that didn't have future installments. Like I would say, I really liked Twisted Metal back in the day, but they
You can
tried that on
twist my
PS3
metal.
and it
That's
failed.
I don't know how I feel about that one actually.
I don't know. I'm sorry, Chocoboko. I can't answer questions like that on the fly. Off the top of my
I didn't
head.
mean what I
have to do
said.
some
You see
research.
that thing I said? I didn't mean that.
Kay asked the following: what new game announcement would have been
I
extremely
mean
excited
that,
to
man.
hear about? A new
Man.
Street Fighter, perhaps?
Man,
No, in fact, since I
mean
have no
that. I
confidence
know
in
I said it.
Capcom making
I
a
mean
good
it,
Street
though,
Fighter
you know
ever
what I mean?
again, I'd be incredibly skeptical when Street Fighter 6 finally gets announced, which eventually it will be.
You can Street Fighter 60's nuts.
I guess.
Yeah, it works.
For me, it would kind of be like the new Elder Scrolls actually having concrete information and a release date, or a new Fallout actually having a release date and information. You know what I mean? Like those kind of games. Or a new Infamous. That would be neat.
New
I feel a new
Infamous?
Infamous game would be really cool.
It'd be
Um,
trash. Shit trash. Not just trash. Trash.
Or
Shit trash.
a new Booger Man. The return of Booger Man.
That's pretty funny, man. Boogerman's pretty funny, man.
Briarius says, will you stop streaming at age 50 or there's another number where you decide to hang it up? Oh, we actually already addressed this. So I like streaming to the point where I feel like I could do this for a while. I don't know how long, but I would like to keep doing it. Whether I do it as a full-time gamer is another issue. Maybe in 5 years' time I get carpal tunnel and I can't do it as much anymore. Maybe in 5 to 10 years' time my hand-eye coordination shot and I can't play all the games I used to play. Then I can mix it up and do a variety of stuff. But we already kind of answered this question. Sorry that I kind of picked the same question twice. I didn't realize that I did.
Yeah, you're stupid. That's
Okay.
okay. That was kind of mean. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
UNFW asks, why not stream earlier to try to get a European audience? Well, I do. My earlier stream is intentionally early in the morning for me to try to get a European audience. I'll be honest with you. Do I think that anyone in the United States is tuning in adamantly at 10:45 a.m. to watch me play? Probably not. I would actually argue that it's people during the daytime, they're working, they're at school. Those people try to catch up at night. It's the European audience that watches my earlier stream. And then the late stream is actually the American audience because the people are at home relaxing, chilling after a day of work or school, and they can maybe relax at night and watch the stream. The European audience cannot watch the late stream because that's the middle of the night for them.
The middle of the night, baby.
So that's what I'm going with my schedule. If I go any earlier, you'll have 0 American viewers, man. You can't be Americans watching me at 6 in the morning. They're asleep. You know what I mean?
Americans are.
So I'm trying to time the stream, so at least if I do it in the midday. So my stream starts at 10:45 a.m. Gameplay starts around noon.
I'm
gone.
I'm literally gone.
You can get an afternoon crowd in the United States.
I'm absolutely just fucking gone.
A nighttime crowd in the UK, and it catches everyone. It catches all audiences. You see what I'm saying? At least that's the mentality I've always had, and that's what people see.
My emoji was too big.
I always noticed a ton of Europeans on the early stream, which is great. I love having you guys here. Bombshell Fanatic asks, would you ever consider doing a live stream where you chill with viewers while searching online for new vests or hat or glasses, etc., and let the viewers help you pick? Maybe if you hit a certain tips goal on a stream, you could dedicate all the money you buy to new items to wear. Incidentally, you say that. Do you see this? This little goal right here, members goal? The tier 1 members goal for the month of October, if we hit 325 members, I'm getting a new hat. How are we doing it? We're doing it together. Like, this is exactly what I'm planning.
I don't want to do it with you.
If we hit 325 members this month, I'm going to have a stream where we together kind of browse hats and try to find a new one. And then we order it live. That's actually what I was intending. So you actually hit the nail on the head. That's exactly the event that I was planning if we hit the 325 members. Okay? So I hope we do. I hope we hit the 325 members. I hope we do. But right now, we have kind of stalled. If you take a look at the number of members on the channel right now, we went up to like 290. We were almost at 300. And then the new month hit, and it went, and now it's going down and down. I'm like, well, I don't know what to do about that.
I'm just actually out of it right now. There will be new releases shortly. Tomorrow it's Alan Wake Remastered. I apologize.
Thursday it's Far Cry 6. Next week we got Back 4 Blood. The week after that we got the Dark Pictures Anthology, and then we got Guardians of the Galaxy. We got lots of new games coming. Maybe that will bring people here to become a member, I hope. Because it sucks to see it dwindle. It really does. Okay? I hope that we can have some motivation for people to become a member. I'd love to add a new hat to the rotation.
It's terrible.
Darkness asks, if it wasn't for gaming, what hobbies or interests would you have been intrigued to do? Like learn an instrument? You know, when I was much younger, I was interested in learning the guitar. My dad owned a guitar, and I had like instructional books and stuff on how to do it, and I never really bothered with it.
Yeah, because you're lazy. I wonder why.
I was a gamer, man. Gaming was my hobby. I mean, I had other hobbies like comic books, collecting comic books.
Isn't there gaming
became
Alex
my interactive hobby that I sunk my time into. Whether it was playing games at home or then going to the arcades and playing competitive Street Fighter, that was it.
Gamer too.
And it took up all my time. You know? So I honestly don't know what I would have done if there was no video games or whatever. I actually don't know what I would have done. It's an intriguing question, but it's kind of a what-if scenario because I was a gamer and heavily into competitive Street Fighter. I don't know what I would have done in place of it.
Gamers can't do anything else, of course. That's how life works, I guess.
The final question from Look Who It Is, that's actually their name. They said, why don't you try adding more classic fighting games to the lineup? Street Fighter 2 has become stale. You play the same people every week.
Yeah, that's true.
When you say classic fighting games, the question I have to ask is, what do you mean by that? Because if you take a look at the classic fighting games available, the suite of games that I play, which is the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter Alpha 3, and Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. That is a good variety of games to be playing online every week. Four classic Street Fighter games, right? What other classic fighting games would you be interested in seeing me play that's readily available to play on a console that I can do with my setup, right? I'm not aware that Tekken 3 is available anywhere to play. Because he said classic. He didn't say modern. He said classic. Old school Mortal Kombat. There hasn't even been a good version of old school Mortal Kombat put out. The ones that they constantly put out are terribly laggy and no one plays them.
Mortal Kombat always sucks.
So I'm not even aware
that was kind of tough.
that there's like old school gameplay available anywhere to be played on a modern console. If Mortal Kombat 2, 3, or Ultimate were available to play on a console with no lag and actually worked well, I would actually play those. No, I played those back in the day in arcades. They're fun. They're very limited, but they're fun. But they're not available. It was never taken seriously in that regard to get them. You don't ever see Mortal Kombat Classics Collection, right? They tried it like 2 console gens ago and it lagged to shit and they never re-released it. Why not play Tekken, Smash Brothers, and Pokken? I just said the question was classics. So if you want to change the question and say, okay, forget classics. What about more modern games? I've already answered this question.
Why?
The reason that I play classic Street Fighter every week is very
you're
simple.
good at it?
I grew up with those games in arcade.
You're lazy.
I played them competitively.
It's laziness.
And I have an
It's
innate,
laziness.
deep-rooted
Laziness.
knowledge of how
It's
those
laziness.
games work.
It's laziness.
On a basic level.
It's laziness.
The fundamentals,
A
I
laziness
know
level.
the fundamentals of classic Street Fighter. That's why
Laziness.
I can play those games. Even though I'm not good at Alpha 3. I'm terrible at
Laziness.
Alpha 3. But I can get wins because I know the fundamentals. Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, I would argue at one point I was actually quite good. Now I'm not as good. I'm probably average. Super Turbo, I'm pretty damn good. All right? But the thing is, I know enough about those games to jump in and have fun. It reminds me nostalgically of back in the day playing those games, and it's a really cool nostalgia trip for me every week to play them and show off my skills and share that knowledge with you, because every week people ask me questions about matchups and things. I'm able to share that with you guys. I love doing that, okay? Older franchises, I don't have that knowledge. I just don't. Now, you're asking me, oh, why don't you play Tekken 7? I did. I played Tekken 7 for about a month and a half.
You don't want to learn
2 months
the game
after it
you're
came
a
out.
lazy
I enjoyed
motherfucker.
playing through it. And then after that, what
Is
happened
that why,
is the skill
Phil?
level
Is it
went
because you're a lazy
whoop,
motherfucker?
and I didn't have the
Because you're a lazy
time
motherfucking
to dedicate to
motherfucker?
play enough Tekken 7
Is
to
that
hang with the
why?
players
It's
anymore.
'cause
I was
you're a
getting
lazy
bodied every time I
motherfucker,
played it
wow.
online. I was getting owned,
Lazy
getting owned.
motherfucker doesn't want
And
to
I didn't
learn the
understand
game.
why. And it's like, because I had
Can't
to
learn the
blab. I had to
game.
practice. I had to do this. I'm a
He had to
variety
practice,
streamer.
oh no.
I'm not a fighting game player. We
Horrifying.
talked about this earlier on the show.
He has to
I'm not
practice,
a
guys.
one genre
He has to practice,
gamer,
oh no.
okay?
He has to
I'm not
practice.
someone who has
He
that
can't
kind of
learn a
incredible amount
game.
of time
It's difficult
to
and
dedicate
scary.
to one style of game.
Learning
If
games is
I
hard,
was,
guys.
then
I
would.
agree.
If I
You
was
ever
just
learn
a
a
fighting game
game?
player, I
It's
would
one
play
of the
them
most
all. I'd be
terrifying
playing
things in the
Melty Blood
world.
right now. I would have played
It's one of the
Strive a few
reasons
months ago.
I'm so
I
depressed.
would
I
have
have to
played
learn
every new
games.
Tekken, every new expansion. I would have done everything. I'm not. That's not me.
Yeah, you're lazy.
Okay?
I agree.
So if you want to see
Wait,
fighting
that's
game
what-
stuff, when a game's new,
That's not
great.
me. Yeah,
Join
what
me
you
when a fighting
are
game
is
is new, and I'll
lazy.
play it for that month. I'll play through the campaign. I'll do online
Yeah,
for a while.
you play
We'll have
for.
a good time with all the
I
different
wonder why
modes.
he sucks at games.
But unless
he plays
that
for 1
game
month.
really grabs and puts its hooks into me,
Grabs. But
most of the time I get bored with it within about a month, and I don't want to play it anymore.
Roadhog game?
And the truth of the matter is, my audience is kind of the
The
same.
truth of the matter?
Unless it's a game
But
that
they wanna
I
see
really get
fucking
interested in or whatever, a lot of people
SF2
say, drop that and do something
every
different, okay?
Friday?
Will I ever play a fighting game, a modern fighting game that gives
Alright,
me that
dog.
bug feeling? You know, get the bug gang. Yeah, I gotta play that game again. I want to
Alright,
play.
dog.
Maybe one day. Maybe
You
Street
say so,
Fighter
dog?
6 will be an homage to the classics and play more
You're
like
an
Super Turbo
homage.
and games like that. And if it does, great. I would argue if it even played more like Street Fighter 4, I'd probably like it a lot more and play it more.
You can
Street
play
Fighter 5
right
was
now.
the furthest thing from what I would even consider a competitive fighter, from the way that it was implemented from launch
Oh
all
my
the way
God,
now to
Phil,
the end.
please.
The game just isn't appealing to me in any way, shape, or form. It really was made to be a game for easy mode players, online play, catering to pattern players, not the people who have innate skill and execution and can react to things, but instead people who can play patterns. I don't like that kind of fighting game. I never have. I don't like that at all. I like, in the spur of the moment, you react to something going on the screen and you can, boom, blast through it with a counter hit, or you know what I mean? Now, I guess that this guy might throw a move out, so let me throw out my high priority move that may counter hit him and guess. Not guess. I'm not a guesser. I'm a reactor.
Sounds like
That's how I am in fighting game. So for me,
that sounds okay. So hold on.
I don't see that in modern
this guy
fighters.
is throwing
I see
out money for
guessing,
this move, so
and I
I'm
don't
gonna
like
throw
guessing.
out a
So
counter
because of
move.
that, I don't like modern fighters.
That
When
sounds
another
like
fighter comes out that's not
reacting
like
to
that,
what's
I'll probably like
happening
it
on the
more,
screen.
Then maybe I'll adopt it. But for
But
now,
maybe I'm
like
wrong.
The classics, those are the ones that I like.
Maybe I'm a wrong
Okay.
asshole. Maybe I'm a
Okay.
wrong, slanderous piece of shit, motherfucking asshole.
Oh man.
Maybe there's something wrong with me.
Migs Fuentes says, why don't you try Tatsunoko vs. Capcom
Nick
All-Stars
Fuentes?
for the Wii?
What?
And Frank West 0 to play
Oh,
with character
Migs
Saki
Fuentes.
from
I got
OC1
scared for a
was
second there,
special
actually.
partner. I missed out on that
SF2
because
is
that
the
was an
pinnacle
era
of fighting
when,
games currently. Here's the thing though. If Phil sees
admittedly, I
this,
wasn't actually playing
he's
as
gonna
many
say
fighting
yes.
games.
He's gonna
I
make a
stopped
case
playing
for
competitive
it.
fighting games. I was doing more
If
at-home
Phil
stuff.
wasn't as lazy,
that was like
he
right
would,
before
like,
the
super
era when I
eye
became a
patch wolf
YouTuber.
and
Those
make,
1-2
like,
years
video
when I was
essays
playing a lot of RPGs.
on
I
Street
played
Fighter
GTA
2.
4, I played all that. I was skipping fighting games during that period of time. And so I didn't really care about that game. And it's funny because a lot of those characters ended up being in
Where's the hat?
Capcom 3. They
Where's the hat? Where's the
imported
hat?
them in there.
Where's the
But
hat?
It just never
Where's
appealed
the
to me
hat?
because I don't know anything about Tatsunoko characters.
Where's the hat?
Project 2319 did a super chat and says, have you heard of Alan Jackson, the country singer? The name sounds familiar,
Where's the hat?
but
Put the hat on. Where's the fucking hat?
I don't know much
Put the hat
about
on.
them. I don't know.
Put
I don't know much about
put
an
the
Alan
fucking
Jackson.
put the fucking hat on. Where's the hat? Put the fucking hat on. Put the fucking
Thank you for the super chat. Ladies and gentlemen, that's about it.
Put the fucking
We're wrapping up, my friends. I want to say thank you. You've been a great audience. And you've been very supportive. This stream was a very supportive stream. Even at a time when the tips weren't working, you guys were very supportive. Screw Goji, thanks to another $2. Said you should play Virtua Fighter. I love that game. I'm in Wolf and Lei Fei. Good to miss on the Nickelodeon Fighter game. Oh,
Imagine
good miss
you're
on the
having
Nickelodeon Fighter game. Looks like a poor man's Smash.
Right? You're having
what I
sex.
figured it was.
You're
Not
like
saying that's a
close
bad
to
thing,
the
but
edge.
I just didn't think
You're
I would have
close
enough
to
time
the edge.
dedicate
You're
to it
right
this time of
there.
year anyway, so it would be
Just
a waste of
one
time.
more
Within
thrust.
2 weeks, everyone would have labbed the fuck out of the game and
And
destroyed
like
every
they
attempt
pull
that I
out,
tried to press
you
the button.
pull out,
So I even
they
played.
hop off. Something
In regards
happens.
to Virtual Fighter,
and they're
I
like,
liked it,
"Alright, finish it
but I hit
yourself."
the wall.
That's
I
what
played
this
it to
dude
the point
taking
where
the
I was
hat
playing
and
it
the
2-3
glasses
weeks, and I
off.
was only able to play it once or twice
Right
with my
before the
tops
stream
at
ends is
night.
like,
And basically, everyone else had surpassed me. It was
he's
kicking
just
my ass
hopping
because I didn't have time
off.
to lab.
He's hopping
and
off
learn
right when you're about
matchups
to
and do
nut.
things. Again,
He's
I'm a
pulling out right
variety
when you're about to
streamer.
come.
I can't just
That's
sit here
Phil.
every day playing the game. You know what I'm saying? So, because of that, there's not much I can say. All right? Thank you all for your support. I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode of Ask the King. I did. The next episode, as I said, will be in December.
He's not answering that. He's not answering that. Sensei Fries, sorry,
December.
buddy.
It could
Not
be
gonna
right
answer.
before Christmas. Usually
He
I
might,
do it as
though.
like a
He might, but he
Christmas
probably won't.
special kind of a deal. So maybe we'll do
You
that.
think you have the wrong mindset with new
But
fighters?
I
Yeah,
think
yeah, probably.
we will
He probably
think
does.
about it over the next month or two and find
He
the right
sees
place. By the
fighting
way, the
games
thread
as,
is
like,
already open. If you
normal
wanna post
games
up your
and not,
questions for the
like,
next episode of Ask the King, you can type
time
exclamation point,
investments
Ask the
over
King in the
time,
stream
even though he
chat,
plays
or
SF2
you should go to my forums,
weekly.
thekingfade.com. It's
And he's
already
been
there,
doing
ready
so
to
for
go.
fucking
So you can start
like
posting up
2
for the
years
next
at this
show.
point.
Okay?
Actual 2
Fair
years.
enough. And you know what's funny? One final thing I will say. Some people will probably criticize this show and say Phil did not use Ask the King to debunk everything said about him. You're right, I didn't.
No one
I've
said
legally
he's
been
making up a
advised
person.
Not to
He's
even bother
making
with
up a
shit about
person.
like this anymore. That
He's
at this
making-
point,
he's
it's gone
inventing
so
a person.
far that malicious federal crimes are being perpetrated against
Federal
me.
crimes.
There's no debunking that will help. Just fucking move on and ignore it and do positive stuff on the streams because
There's no debunking
anything
that would
I
help.
address would just come back to bite me anyway. It's not going to help. That's what I've been told by legal counsel. But in addition to that, the funny part about that was nobody asked.
Yeah.
I mean it. I had
Nobody
open
asked. You're
forum
right,
questions.
Phil. Nobody fucking
I had
asked.
members.
So then why are
who
you
would
making
post
up this person?
We had Twitter
Why are you
questions.
inventing a person
Nobody
to
asked.
argue with? Would you
You want to
argue?
know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because no one with a brain in their head
my
cares
God.
about the drama. People don't come here to my streams to hear about drama about me all day. And those that do are brain-melted morons, fucking worthless idiots. who
Worthless
don't
idiot.
belong on my content.
Brain melted
And
morons.
I don't want them on my content. We're not
No, you
here to
can't
talk
say
about drama
that.
all day.
That's
We're
a-
here to
that's-
have fun.
that's an
I
offensive
answered a bunch
slur.
of great questions, right?
Brain
Good
melted
stuff, and it was a great
morons.
time. Okay? So, how fun was that? Versus
wasn't.
if I just talked about drama all day and then wasted my time because it doesn't ever
Brain
satisfy these
melted
fucking malicious idiots
moron.
and criminals, right? So what's the point? That's the thing. The people who are intelligent don't care.
He's
They
calling
hear this
people
drama on the
mentally
street, like,
deficient.
who the fuck cares about this?
Oh my-
No one. I'm not here
Then
for
why
that.
are you
I'm here to have a
bringing it
good
up?
time with Phil. Fuck off and leave us alone. And that's my mentality moving
You know
forward
what?
too.
Fuck it.
Fuck off.
Fuck.
To those who want to fucking mess with my life.
clipping
I'm
this
here
shit.
to have a good time, and as you've seen,
I'm
you're
clipping this.
never gonna change that.
Are you done,
I'm
Phil?
still gonna be here every day, putting out
Are you done,
quality,
Phil?
fun, interactive content.
I gotta
with
get
people.
those screen
You're still
caps.
gonna support my content, no matter what you say to me or about me, no matter what you slander, no matter what you do to me. I'm still gonna be here. So, you're just bashing your bare head against a brick wall.
You're right,
One
I
day
am,
you're gonna
Phil.
hurt yourself.
You're right,
So,
Phil. I am bashing my head. against a brick
recommendation
wall.
is to stop, move on. I know that people
You're right,
won't,
Phil,
though.
I am.
I know how the internet is. I know how obsessed these people are. But I'm just happy
I'm so
that
mad.
we're having a good time with games. It's the busiest
can
gaming
hear that,
season
huh?
of the year. Every day we're sitting here having a good time together, right?
Pretty loud.
That's what it's all about, man. So thank you to those who are here for the ride and having a
kinda
good
hurt.
time with me. And don't
Yeah,
care
where's the gang?
that
What
we
gang?
didn't talk about fucking drama all day during Ask the King, which would have been a complete waste of everyone's time. I appreciate that so much. And thank you all for sticking here with me. It's really been
Are you
awesome.
done, Phil?
You know, past couple
Who is
weeks
this
have been
liar?
rough, and
Who is this
you guys
bot?
made it a
This
lot more
bot,
bearable, for
actual
sure.
bot. How dare you? Where's your channel?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it.
Can't even
Thanks
go
a
to
lot
the
for
channel,
watching Ask
scam.
the King. Until next time, peace out.
Is he done? For real? I want that. I'm taking that. That's mine. He looks just.
Vlogs. That's my vlogging channel. I know I usually don't upload over there. This is
Phil.
one of the few things I do. So you can head over there if you want to watch this on demand later today. It was only 2 parts, but it was still about 2.5 hours of
Yeah,
content.
blue.
And thank you to those who did chill with me and supported the stream. All right.
You done?
I am on break now. I'll come back later
you-
tonight around 6:45
Are you
p.m.
done?
for the continuation of Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. That should be super fun. And I hope that you guys will join me for that. Although it's probably going to be frustrating as hell too, because the game has gotten very challenging and I don't know how far I'll get, but I'm very much looking forward to that later tonight. Tomorrow is the premiere of Alan Wake Remastered. I am really excited for that because I know that game is a really good story and starts off really strong. And I'm very excited to have an interactive audience playing Alan Wake a second time. So I hope you'll join me for that tomorrow. Tomorrow night is still up in the air. I'm trying to determine if you guys want more Hades or more Super Monkey Ball. I'll make the determination by the end of today. I'll try to get your feedback on the late stream. Guys, thank you.
Had weak lungs.
Outstanding stream. Have a great break. I will see you all tonight for Monkey Ball. Peace out.
Are we done? For real? For real? For real? For real? For real? Okay. So I gotta go back.
Right? So what's the point? That's the thing. The people who are intelligent don't care. They hear this drama on the street like to make fucking ignore it and do positives anymore. People will probably that topic too and see.
You know what? I'm just gonna just get this whole little segment right here. Just this whole little bit. I'm just gonna take this. I'm just gonna like yoink it. Real talk. Just a quick yoinking. You know what I'm saying? Yoinking a boink.
Find the right place. By the way, the thread is already open. If you want to post up your questions for the next episode of Ask the King, you can type !! Ask the King in the stream chat, or you just go to my forums, thekingofhate.com. It's already there, ready to go, so you can start posting up for the next show. Okay? Fair enough? And you know what's funny? One final thing I will say. Some people will probably criticize this show and say Phil did not use Ask the King to debunk everything said about him. You're right, I didn't. I've legally been advised not to even bother with shit about like this anymore. That at this point, it's gone so far that malicious federal crimes are being perpetrated against me. There's no debunking that will help. Just fucking move on and ignore it and do positive stuff on the streams, because anything that I address would just come back to bite me anyway. It's not going to help. That's what I've been told by legal counsel. But in addition to that, the funny part about that was nobody asked. I mean it. I had open forum questions. I had members who could post up. We had Twitter questions. Nobody asked. You want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because no one with a brain in their head cares about the drama. People don't come here to my streams to hear about drama about me all day. And those that do are brain-melted morons, fucking worthless idiots who don't belong on my content. And I don't want them on my content. We're not here to talk about drama all day. We're here to have fun. I answered a bunch of great questions, right? Good stuff, and it was a great time, okay? So, how fun was that? Versus if I just talked about drama all day and then wasted my time because it doesn't ever satisfy these fucking malicious idiots and criminals, right? So what's the point? That's the thing. The people who are intelligent don't care. They hear this drama on the street like, who the fuck cares about this? No one. I'm not here for that. I'm here to have a good time with Phil. Fuck off and leave us alone. And that's my mentality moving forward too. Fuck off to those who want to fucking mess with my life. I'm here to have a good time, and as you've seen, you're never going to change that. I'm still going to be here every day, putting out quality, fun, interactive content with people. They're still going to support my content no matter what you say to me or about me, no matter what you slander, no matter what you do to me. I'm still going to be here. So you're just bashing your bare head against a brick wall. One day you're going to hurt yourself. So recommendation is to stop, move on. I know that people won't, though. I know how the internet is. I know how obsessed these people are. But I'm just happy that we're having a good time with games. It's the busiest gaming season of the year. And every day we're sitting here having a good time together, right? That's what it's all about, man. So thank you to those who are here for the ride and having a good time with me. And don't care that we didn't talk about fucking drama all day during Ask the King, which would have been a complete waste of everyone's time. I appreciate that so much. And thank you all for sticking here with me. It's really been awesome. Past couple of weeks have been rough, and you guys made it a lot more bearable, that's for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching Ask the King. Until next time, peace out.
All right, I got what I want to get. I also want to get like just this one screen cap. Him with the dual fingers.
Jackson, the country singer. The name's very supportive of the Nickelodeon fighter. Waste of time. Hit the wall and learn matchups. I played it to the point where I was playing it 2-3. I hope that right before 2 and already there. Show far. You want to know why? That do talk about drama all day. We're here to have fun. Drama all day, and then wasted my time
drama
because it doesn't about this. No one. I'm not time, and as you've seen, you're never gonna fuck off and leave.
it's like when you do the taunt in a GTA 5. It's like they mocapped it on him. Who are you flipping off? Who, your fans? The door? Like, and he ends the stream on negativity. Negativity. Pure fucking negativity. Jesus Christ, man. Just, I'm done. I'm out of here. I want to do an episode of Series None tomorrow, hopefully, if things go right. But, I have stuff to do. And anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm not here to complain about my stupid fucking life. So for now, I'm the guy, the dude, the lad, doing something new with a DSP restream, and I'm bidding you adieu.